Welcome to the world, baby boy. Welcome to the world, baby boy. I'll paint you red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick, we'll make you stupid with curriculums at school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left, take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can't stand so you can buy some cans of food. Go overseas and die for freedom, there's some oil we can use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you can choose. But our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? Your depressed society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. Go get married to a lady who also don't have a clue, and pump out a few babies that are just the same as you. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, baby.
Good evening, Miss Stars, Miss Susanna. How you ladies doing?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us up here, Peach. And hello, Miss Dreamy Stars.
Okay. Okay. Happy Wednesday. I'm good. I'm gonna make it start out this way. I'm so getting fun. Oh, how is everybody? It's Wednesday. What?
Right. Miss Sita, Key, Fawn. Let's see who else we got. We got Stars, Miss Southern Belle, Candy Dudette Watson. Please send goats. Hello, welcome. Oh, there's Tiger. Hey, Tiger.
Hello, Tiger. Oh my gosh, he's driving.
You know what? I thought you went on at 7 my time, not yours. My bad.
Heathen, Candy, Heroic. Welcome. Candy, I don't believe I've seen you. Candy, I don't believe I've seen you in here before, but welcome. Miss Southern Belle, it's great to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. Welcome to Rabbit Hole Part 2. Right?
Right? Good to see everybody.
Like in 20 weeks, are we going to name it Rabbit Hole Part 20?
May very well be. Never know.
What? Oh my goodness. Oh.
I tried to come up with more symbolism today because we did hit on that majorly last week, which I'm sure we'll probably, hit on it more again this week. But I wanted to give y'all the idea as to what to look out for.
Right.
Awesome, Candy. I am so happy. I'm glad to hear that. We shouted out today in another live, guys.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Woot woot.
Hey, ladies. Hey, Hoot. Couldn't help it.
Did I miss Hoot? Hey, Hoot.
What's up, Hoot?
Oh, I'm too hyper for this.
Yeah, she's too hyper.
Welcome to the Peach Pit, where everybody's a victim. Sorry.
Everyone's a victim.
Right.
I love that song.
Candy said that Tom's her favorite rapper, too.
Hell yeah.
And for those that don't know, he's dropping a new video this upcoming Friday. He does have a YouTube channel. So make sure y'all sub up to Tom's channel. He keeps you updated.
Yeah. Okay.
He speaks truth majorly. Be careful driving, heathen.
Right, y'all are driving and stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yep, some of us got to drive.
I couldn't do it live with me driving. No.
Girl, whatever. You've done chats with it. What's the
Yeah, but
difference?
there's a major difference.
There's
Mm-hmm.
not.
Burden and Sampson as well. I have to look those up. Hey, Miss Deanna, how are you? Y'all know we don't give it a few minutes before we get officially started.
Right?
That and I'm sitting here eating a pack of crackers because I haven't eaten anything all day. So,
Mm-mm-mm.
and of course, I'm having a cup of coffee, as always.
Right. I just had some.
Hey, Oz. Good day. I hear you, Oz. Have a great day, though. I'm glad to see you. I know you're a busy man. But last week, you know, we really got into the subject. And I enjoyed it. And poor old Susanna said she still had pages and pages and pages of info. You know, I told her, I said, don't worry, we'll do it again next week. So here we are.
And here I was thinking, oh man, I think I talked too much. I need to let you guys talk this time.
Oh no, you're good. You're good, honey bun. You're fine.
Susanna, you need to talk all the truth, honey.
Right? Oh, wow, heathen. He said he's on the longest bridge in the United States. Hey, Flying Ryan. Well, that's true, Ryan. He said he thinks that talking would be easier. You can keep your eyes on the road while talking. It's very true. Take your time, stars. That's right. We'll stay safe and you as well, Oz. We love you bunches. God bless you and yours as well. I'm always glad to see everybody come in. Always. Identity crisis a while back. I think we've all had those on occasion. 23.7 miles long. Yeah. That's definitely a long bridge. I know when I was in the great state of Louisiana, we went across the bridge that is there in what they call Alligator Alley. Yeah. I'm here to tell y'all that was a long bridge. But I don't think it was as long as the one coming out of Pensacola headed west. I could care less if I ever cross that bridge again or the one spanning the Mississippi there at Baton Rouge. Did I lose everybody?
I'm here.
Okay. Everybody, I know Star said she'd be right back. Yeah, I know Tiger's driving. Oh. So what you been up to, Susanna?
Not much, just trying to take care of myself. Yeah, so I'm looking a lot better, getting some of this this crap healed. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. Not much going on really this past couple days.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Goats is good to have, Candy. We used to have a lot of goats. I mean, we didn't, eat them or milk them or nothing like that, but they great to cut grass. You don't need a lawnmower. We made a herd of about 20. We had, at any given time, we had between 100 to 500 head.
Anytime, I don't know why, but that reminded me. Remember that show? What was it called? I can't remember what it was called, but it was um his name was Belky Bartakamis. Remember? And he was like a goat herder, and he went to
I
when he
remember
left to the
that.
U.S. He
Yeah.
left to the U.S. to go live with his cousin.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name was Balky. He was like tall and skinny, and yeah. I can't remember what the show was called, but I remember that.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready to jump into it?
Okay.
We're like, okay. All right, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
All right. Susanna, you want to pick up where we left off last week? Hey, Widow.
I don't remember where we
I'm like,
left off last
we
week.
covered so much, and before we started talking, I guess it would be before we started talking about religion, because once we started talking about religion, it went a whole nother. So I don't know what we were talking about before then.
Let me think.
But
Well, that is something within these organizations. Is
Mm-hmm.
you're you're at a certain point it changes, but when they recruit you, all that is required of you is that you believe in a source. It doesn't matter what your religion is, but that you believe in a source. Whether you believe in a religion or not, they don't care as long as you believe in a source. And then once you get to a certain point, then that's when the real stuff starts. And depending on what you've learned, what you study, and what happens by then, as they're doing their certain rituals, they decide whether you get to move on or not.
Right. That's true. I mean, like I was telling y'all backstage, my youngest daughter's grandfather, her dad's dad, was part of the Freemasons. But I remember as a child that man being accused of being in, that very, very bad cult, with horns and a pitchfork, and, through my studies of the current topic, I can see where people, yeah.
And
what are y'all's thoughts on that?
It depends on the person. Like I said, they can be any religion at all, including atheists. And there are even atheists who believe in a source.
Mhm.
But as long as you believe in some sort of source, they'll recruit you if that's what they are looking for. Because they don't recruit everybody. You know, I talked about some of this last week, but there's also, if you're talking within that organization, this organization, which would be the Masonic organization, since it's been quite a while since they've been infiltrated, it took a longer time for them to actually infiltrate the what they would call the more pure Masonic lodges, which were the Scottish Rite lodges.
Mhm.
And we do have those out here as well. Not every state has a Scottish Rite lodge, but I think almost every state does have a Mason lodge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what happened with that was another sort of
Sorry,
they
y'all.
the mis-
I just stopped at the store.
the Scottish Rite were more strict. They did not. They were more strict in a lot of ways, including who they let in and why.
Mhm.
Um, I think I have said that before in some other lives, but my father-in-law was a Mason and a Mason. He was a Mason in both sense of the words. We're still,
Mhm.
in fact, we're still cleaning up a lot of. He had a lot of stuff, man. He did, because he used to. His specialty was chimneys, but he did a lot. That's why we have a lot of chimneys in our cabin home. Um, there's one. I mean, I don't think there are very many houses that are that way, and I think I'm not sure how he got it even pass code, because there's one in the living room, one in the bedroom, main bedroom, one upstairs in the loft. There's one downstairs in the basement. There's even one in the garage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. He when he built that home, he made of course it's a custom home. So
Mhm.
he also built it to where there's a I have video of what it looks like. Um but he built into the kitchen, he built um a grill, an inside grill. So there's of course that's besides the regular stove and whatnot that's in there. But he built an inside grill, and it's funny because when he first started using it, when when they first started using it, the neighbors thought the house was on fire at first, because they weren't used to seeing that. And but yeah, he was Catholic, and so he also built some sort of monument outside of there. So, like, even a year later after he passed away, they had some sort of ceremony in honor of that. Um, we
Hi, Joe.
we actually did not go to that because we were so tired of going to everything else he was being honored for, because he was an artist as well. And I think some of the people, when I had my older videos up, you could see a lot of his artwork on the walls.
Mhm.
And so he was a very good artist. And when he passed away, some of his artwork was also donated by my mother-in-law, to be auctioned off. And there's artwork all over that place that he's done. But yeah, he was like good at that stuff that stuff too. And I was saying earlier, his when all this stuff was going down, um, a couple of years ago, and
Mhm.
remember a lot of people were not allowed to have funerals right away, at least if they did. De- depending on where you were or whatever, within 4 days, they already had everything set up for him. And when we had gone, of course, they had his ceremony. They don't have a regular funeral ceremony. They have their own sort of ceremony. I don't think everybody knows what it really means, because I remember standing there and watching like everybody's expression. I wanted to see what everybody's expressions were with the ceremony happening, inside the church. Even the priests, it was because they have their own things going on, and they know they're a whole another organization within an organization themselves. So they're and I know a lot of it
Understandable.
happens even with that. Um, so it was interesting to see the looks on some people's faces, just to watch what was happening there. And it was that it's similar to, if anyone has ever been to a Catholic graduation ceremony from college, those are pretty different as well. Um, Not all of them. I'm assuming mostly it's the Jesuit schools that do this.
Mhm.
But they they wear robes. They have their own ceremonies. I
Right.
mean, think about it. When you graduate, you wear a robe anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a little different. But they don't see most people who see it don't really
They
see
don't
it as being
realize.
anything different, because they're
Right.
so used to, yeah, they're so used to what they're seeing, even in a regular,
Mhm.
you know, college or whatever. So they do have a certain type of rituals, even in
Right.
Catholicism as
They also
well.
have their own cemeteries across the country, and
Hey,
if you're a true Freemason, your body is not allowed to be cremated. Just random facts.
oh wow, I did
Yeah,
not know that.
yes, we have certain cemeteries here, and most of them are up in the mountains. Um, that have you can go up there, and some of them are next to mines. Um, but you can go up there and look at them. We used to go up there when we were younger and do uh, what do you call those? Where you would just those rubbings where you would put the paper up on the
Mhm.
headstone
Oh,
and use the crayon
right.
over it. Yeah, we used to do that when we were younger. But they have law enforcement that sit there and watch people go uh, in and out of those small cemeteries there. So yeah,
Right.
it's interesting. But yeah, they have old Masonic cemeteries up here in the mountains. I'm pretty sure they do other places as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's like my youngest daughter's grandfather. He is actually buried in the same cemetery that my family is buried at. Where I'll be buried at.
Hmm.
And but they have the Masonic symbol on his grave marker.
Right.
Right. Yeah, my grandfather does too. So, right. But some people think it's a religion, and it's not a religion. um, Of course, they just have to believe in source or supreme being,
Right.
however you want to say it. But some people think it's a religion. It's not. It's a club. That's a
Right.
nice, you know.
I think it's Stalin, Mad Shed. I'm not sure though. Is it Lenin or Stalin that's preserved in glass?
Mm.
I think it's Stalin, but I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that one.
Pretty sure it's Stalin.
I thought so too. And Joe, I am so happy to see you in here. I'm excited to see everybody. And Chuck, how you doing, hon? Good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while. Heathen said it was Lenny.
Okay.
And just another random thing too about the Masons is Freemasons and Masons, same thing. They're the same thing. It's just like levels. It's just levels. It's about pay and skill, but that's about levels. But they're the same thing because people sometimes like you know the Masons and no, they're the same thing.
Right. I mean, there's different levels of hierarchy in anything, you know. So to me, that's basically, kind of what the different branches, I guess, is how you would say it.
Yeah, there was I don't know. Well, maybe because like in masonry, you do have that. Like I was saying, the most what even they would call the authentic first ones were the Scottish Rite.
Hmm.
The rest of them were sort of they were a lot different. They started they were the first. The other ones were the ones that started allowing certain people that they didn't allow before, whether they were women or people of other races, because they finally did, but they were also very much infiltrated. It took a long time for them to actually infiltrate the Scottish Rite, but I think they did that as well. When you start talking about like the illuminated ones, you know, um, that we were talking about last week as well,
Yeah.
you get into. I know we talked a little bit about what it means and stuff, and that did have a lot to play into that whole organization, because there were fights between they wanted the world at a certain point to be illuminated. They were one of the ones that were actually they wanted everyone to be at a certain point, and other people were telling them, look, that's unrealistic, it's not going to happen, not everybody is going to be illuminated like you want them to be. And you know so there were these fights within some of these organizations that went on. There were reasons why certain people within these famous people, you know, um, within these organizations during time would, have these sort of uh, a lot of disagreements about what they wanted to have happen in there. There were a lot of people who went up the ranks faster than others because they learned faster than a lot of others did. And then there were also others who learned things that others didn't go past a certain point and didn't because they weren't learning anything really. and a lot of their beliefs either stood the same or didn't have. Uh, there were a lot of reasons why a lot of these things happened the way they did. Um, look at all you have to do is look at some of these people who are connected to
Right.
others. You see some of the ones that are pulled in, even in like Hollywood and stuff like that, but they're not what a lot of people think they are. They're mostly being used. Um, no, there are some that are. Um, I don't know if you know any of the actors or actresses that have, if you have looked at a lot of the history of that. Um, you'd kind of be surprised at who is and who isn't, and you would wonder, um, how that all fits together even today by today's standards.
Yeah. Um, oh, thank you. The truth is out there. It's great to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you came by. We try to speak the truth, that's for sure, but you know how this particular platform is, but we do try to speak the truth. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Tammy, how are you?
Hello to everyone coming in.
But yeah, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. Oh, well, must not have been important.
So if you look back in history, there are certain organizations that even way back when, um, tried to come together as, but they couldn't agree. They couldn't agree on certain things, and so you see how they broke up, so to speak, and went back their own ways again. And this is like This is like a lot of years, a lot of years ago. Um, and this, and you see how it involved, of course, people of royalty, people of high stations, especially back then.
Mhm.
People who were into, other things. There were famous painters who were a part of some of these organizations. There were
Astronomers.
So a lot of people don't even know that, you know, that some of these famous painters were part of some of these organizations.
Right.
Um, mostly the most well-known ones are the ones that are you can still find, like Parsons, or people like that. They're also
Mhm.
linked to some of the other religions that we were talking about last week.
Mhm.
Um, some of them moved up rather quickly and did not. There were a lot of reasons and disagreements between a lot of them as well because they were smart. That's why they moved up rather quickly. Um, there were reasons why they were associated with, rocketry and um, things like that. So there was a lot. There was an awful lot that goes into these people and the things that they're connected to. And I mean, look at the legends, right? What is it called? Myth, whatever you want to call it, because some people believe it, some people don't, but it does involve painters and artwork and, um, even tombstones and certain areas of, the old French Languedoc and places like that. And if you look at Ranelagh Chateau, that's another one that had some connections to some of these things. And those older ones like that talk about things that go really far back into Acadia and Sumerian life as well.
Yeah. What about the Order of the Rose?
The Order of the Rosy Cross.
Yes.
Was that a question from you, Pete, or from the chat?
From me. Because
Nothing.
I remember, I'm sure most of y'all have at least heard of the author Dan Brown that done the Angels and Demons and couple of other novels, and I have read him. I'm not going to deny, but I remember him bringing up the Order of the Rose.
Right, the Kabbalistic Order of the Rose.
It's actually called the Order of the Rosy Cross.
Yeah.
And remember I was talking last time about a lot of symbolism being sold in jewelry everywhere, and a lot of people don't know. They don't understand. They look at it and think, "Oh, how pretty. Oh, that's awesome." And one of their things, you will often see a cross with a rose in the middle of it. That's one of theirs. And like I said, most people don't even understand that that's where some of this stuff comes from.
Right. They don't realize what they're wearing. They're like, ooh, it's cute if you don't know.
Right. And that kind of made me wonder, and I did do some research, but there's not a lot that I could find at that time. So I was like,
Right. It's just another branch within another branch. Really, they're all, the same. They all had their own agendas. Some of them came together and formed different ones even later on. I mean, look at if you look at what's happened in history, even with our own world governments, that's part of that. When you look at the Bilderbergers and how many, are a part of that, and only who is included in that and why. What do they talk about? They take notes during their sessions, but they're pretty highly guarded and they don't usually let those out. But even those have been infiltrated by people who want something, a different path to go and be taken. And so that even those places are not without, their infiltration as well. Mm-hmm. Having that many people in something like that, you're going to have disagreements, whether those are spoken out loud or kept within, and somebody's trying to get some of these things out. And this is why you can't always keep those secrets within those organizations. Some form of truth will come out. They don't, right. And I do believe that there are reasons why some of those people will come out with they'll come out with truth mixed with untruths, because they don't want to. Obviously, they don't want to be found out who they are, right, because there are consequences for that. They also they have various reasons why, as for why. And some of those consequences are big consequences, and they know it. Um, there are reasons why back in the day, during medieval times or what have you, there was a lot of poisonings going on even within families. You had to learn. It didn't matter whether you in real life, even women had to learn how to fight and take care of themselves, and you had to be careful of what you drank and what you ate, because even within your family, um,
And protect
they were
children.
there was a lot of fighting and trying to take over certain certain you know stations, whatever. And so yeah, there's I don't know. I don't want to get too far away from some of the other stuff we were talking about. I'm not sure exactly what else you wanted. uh I don't even have, and this is all from memory that I've been speaking these past two times. I don't even have my notes with me because they're packed away.
Yeah. I understand that.
There's tons of groups out there. They're all together. It's like different segments,
Hmm.
They believe in one thing. They've got a leader. Then they all branch out and they have all their groups and whatever you want to call them. And they're all out there with the same purpose towards humanity. They do it different. You got the ones the ones that control mainstream media. You have the ones that control the food, the ones that control, anything put out there symbolism wise, whether it's the clothes you're wearing, the symbols on there, or it's the food you're eating, there's symbols all over those, all over the boxes and containers. And then you've got the entire music industry, let
Hmm.
alone Hollywood. I mean, that's a whole. So you have all these different facets of the same type of thing. Everybody's got their own skills and what they go out there for.
And you have to remember there are good people out there, um, no matter where you are, even in Hollywood and the industry. There were reasons why there were a lot of them that were ostracized. Um, there were reasons why when certain people came out with what was happening to them, there were people who didn't want to believe when they told them, look, these are dangerous people. They're, they'll follow you. They want to hurt you in different ways.
Mhm.
Um, but nobody wanted to believe them. Um, you even had a time where I know a lot of kids, the younger kids coming up, especially the rappers, the young, very, very young ones, you could find where they were trying to tell people this was happening to us. And nobody believed them. Nobody believed any. They laughed and thought it was a joke. They thought it was a big joke. They didn't realize that these things were happening within these places. And you see which ones were willing. You also see which ones too were willing to call things out.
Mhm.
I believe there are some people who are stuck as well. They've been trapped. Um, they've been basically blackmailed is what
Used.
they're
Right.
being they're
Right.
being used in black, because there are some of them who have talked about it, and still people don't want to they don't understand or want to believe it. um but they're still talking about it to this day. A lot of them are. I follow some of these people.
Mhm.
um
Yeah, they're on the internet. They're from Hollywood. They're the ones that you don't see anymore, or they made them somebody that was really, really popular and like the one of the biggest stars, and then all of a sudden they just said something about them, and now they're gone. But they're not really gone because they're all still here. and they talk about what they talk about stuff all the time. You just have to, mainstream media is going to call those people, crazy, loony, they just couldn't make it in Hollywood, they're alcoholics, they're drug. No, it's because they know, they saw it, they got blackmailed, and they didn't go along with the program, and they're still here, but they can't come out and tell everybody. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I also believe that they're born into it. Some of these, they're born into it. They don't know any better. If you're born into this and you don't know anything about our world, then you don't know anything about our world. You don't know any better, because that was how you were born into it. You were raised that way. We look like we're the strange ones.
Right. And that's very true. If you even look at some of the presidential families, if you've gotten into some of their children, you know that and looked at how they were growing up and stuff. They weren't all what you would think either. Same thing, because a lot of them are part of growing up in these organizations, and they were taught to treat certain people in a certain way, and for them it was okay. When we look at those things, we're like, that is so messed up.
Right.
You know,
Right.
why would you treat somebody like, I mean, you start looking at then there you have people too that look at it and not want to believe it, but they will turn a blind eye to a lot of it, because their need for to be accepted by those around them, or to try and get into whatever their fantasy is about getting to close to some of those people. um, they they will totally turn the blind eye to it and not want to hear it. It's just like the stuff that was happening, you know, in front of our faces these past few years. Same thing. You know, those of us who were in the medical field, we saw it. We knew what was coming. We knew better. We tried to help people. We tried to tell people, but people didn't want to, even though they said one thing, their actions and words showed another, because they would say things like, look, we're believing the science, blah, 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 whatever. They were not. We're believing the professionals, blah, 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 whatever. They were not. We were the professionals. We were the ones who were in, in pharmacy, in nursing, whatever it was. We were in there. Why do you think there were a lot of doctors who didn't follow along and who just gave up because the government's telling them, do this or do that, don't do this, don't do that, because they knew people would not believe it. They knew it. So there were a lot of them um, who thought that way as well. But then you have the other ones who thought, much differently. And then you have the ignorant ones, because no matter where they are in life, even, you still have ignorance. You still have the ones who are totally ignorant and have been led from the beginning to believe what it is they believe without, what they're being told, without getting into, because they don't want, in their heads, they don't want any trouble. So let's just learn what we're being taught, and that must, it has to be true, because if it's not, then then and you see how that works. We all see how all that works, even as, patients who go there, and you see what they do. You have to interview them pretty much. They get their heads get big, even though knowingly they don't know everything. Doctors do not know everything. Pharmacists do not know everything. Nobody in this world knows everything. And one person's body differs so much from the next person's, though there are similar things that happen, and we could learn from that. We still do not, you see that every day, you see it all the time. We still do not know everything. And there are people who do worship teachers and doctors and things as almost like gods, like they should know everything. And then they get very upset and whatever when they see it for them, when it happens to them. When it happens to others, oh, they see nothing. They turn the other way. A lot of them do. But when it happens to you and you're faced with it yourself, you start to see what is actually going on, and you start to listen, and you think, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I at least, you know, um, be open-minded enough to learn some of these things, listen to it, at least listen to it and keep it there, you know,
Mm.
because that's what a true open mind is. You don't necessarily have to believe everything and anything, nor disbelieve it, but to have that open mind, to keep all that information there and know that, okay, things are constantly being proven right, things are constantly being proven wrong, depending on the times, new technology that comes out. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen as you go along. And so it's just smart to want to keep that there. I see a lot of people complain. I see a lot of people complain about why are you repeating this? You said this a couple months ago and showed this. I don't want to keep seeing it over again. Or why do you keep telling people to look at this? It's bad information. Well, for one thing, it's not always bad information. And another thing is these things that are being put out there repeatedly, you have to remember you are not the only one listening and looking at these things. There are constantly new people coming in and looking for themselves and trying to get into what they some of these things and to find truth for themselves. So
Right, like their journey.
right.
Right.
And so you have to I come from the school of thought that you have to learn the good and the bad, because if you don't know how to protect yourself. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what really is good or bad. You're just going by what somebody's telling you. They
Mhm.
could be telling you something totally different, and you don't know that because you're not looking at it all. You're just saying and then you get the people who repeat it and say, oh, so and so said not to do this, so we're not doing that. And it's like, okay, well, how are you going to know what really is
Right. Right.
right?
You don't
Right.
even know. Go look it up, or let's people talk about it. Go look it up, and then get their opinion, but then go make your own. Go make your own opinion.
Can I interrupt for just a moment? And I hate to have to do this. I did go ahead and warn the mods. Definitely keep your eyes open, because we know topics like this tend to bring in attention seekers, troublemakers. So just keep your eyes open, please. That's all I ask. Especially if they start being disrespectful.
Right. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. My opinion.
Absolutely.
And I was looking at what you had up there, highlighted from Mad Chad. Rose McGowan actually got out of it, and she's one of the ones who's been talking about it for quite a while,
Yes.
and nobody wants to listen to her either. And there has been huge fights between Rose McGowan and Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Um, if you've ever seen Alyssa Milano in action, and you were once her friend or her follower, um, or even personally knew her, and then saw what she was doing with some of this stuff that was happening not too long ago, you would be so sorely hurt and disappointed at what you were being shown, what she was showing you she was
Right.
doing, because she was holding her little uh things where, oh, come and talk to me and ask me questions and blah blah blah. But guess what? You can probably still find them online, but if you did, be prepared to be very disappointed in her if you like her, because she is one of those ones that she would sit there, and if she disagreed with something you said, she would look at you and say, "Oh, you deserve to be investigated and locked up. Now leave."
How
The ones that scream the loudest. Oh, I'm sorry.
And so if you did not believe anything that she was touting, or whatever it was, or anything she believed, you that's how you were treated. And I saw people systematically being treated that way, and it's horrible. um it's very horrible.
Right. I'm reading all the names being dropped in the chat. So see, like in our lifetime and in the last 20 years, they have ramped it up so bad that it's right in our face. You know what I mean? Like it's right in our face. They don't even hide it anymore. When we were growing up, it wasn't like that so bad. But now when you're naming off all these people, it's because they're glorified in it. And
Well, they got comfortable is what happened.
exactly, they like it.
They didn't think people would call them out. Look at what happened. I wasn't sure which way that was going to go, and I remember watching that. Remember, I think it was last year sometime, when they had the one, what's her name, where she's the one that does the spirit cooking. But she was all over the place. And so many people realized who she was and what was happening with that there was some backlash from that, and they had to remove her from whatever was happening at the time. She tried hard to deny what was in front of everybody's faces. She tried hard to deny what a lot of people had already found out about her and others. But this stuff has been going on for a very long, very, very, very long time. If you go back even, and it's not that it's gotten worse, it's that they've gotten very comfortable in what they're doing.
Right, they're all brazen about it, put it right in your face. They wear it, they show it, they glamorize it, and then everybody looks up to them. So that's even worse.
Exactly. And that's where you get to. That's where you also get certain people. I'm not naming names, but I think you all know this happens a lot in that industry. Look at who met certain people young and very, very, very young, like 12 years old, and left their wives for these people, married them later on when they got older.
Right.
Only when they became of age.
Yep.
And then darn well they were groomed. You saw it happening.
Yes.
there were
What's her
other
name?
people. Yeah, there were other
Celine
people.
Dion. Yeah, Celine Dion's a perfect example. That's a perfect
Mhm.
example. She was a child when she was with her manager, and once she became of age, she married her manager, and he was like 30 some years old or in his 40s, but he waited for her to get to the right age. It's all over like that. It not just in that industry, the music industries, the large companies. If you literally go and look and research who's related to who and how
And
they're
not
all
and not just related, because remember, they have no problem getting rid of their own either.
right.
Um, but when you look at that, you will also see and hear certain people say, "Well, I wasn't invited. I wasn't invited because obviously I wasn't, good enough." And they're telling the truth. They're telling the truth when they say, not all of them are. I'm sure some of them are trying
No,
to do control damage there, but
no,
but you will see what they're talking about. The ones that do come out, that have come out in the past and said, "Look, I wasn't invited for certain reasons," or there may be reasons as well why certain actors, or especially child actors, when as they grew up, said, I never wanted to be, I never went to those that I was invited to. Now, there were people as well who said, look, our parents had a heavy presence in there, but look at what the groomed ones, what happened with the ones that were left alone and were groomed heavily to break
no.
away from their parents, and
You
why
Mhm.
can
that
see it.
was.
You can
And
see
it,
it. But just, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and it allowed a lot of things to happen that they did not see until they got older.
Right. You can see. You can see. I don't want to say names, but like think of that. Think of that super punky female, music poppy person, and how she comes on the scene and she's just kind of shy, and she's got like cute songs, and they go to #1, and 5 years later she's getting every medal there is, every award there is, and then you watch her videos and you're like, oh my god, now you're covered with blood and snakes all over you, but just a couple years ago you were in a locker room and you were all cute, or you were sitting at a desk, but now you're like, you can see it, right? You can see that. You can see how they grow like that right in front of our eyes when they do videos, are an example.
Yeah.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
Hi, Keith.
Hey, we're talking about secret societies within our own society.
It's not true. We're not here.
Gummy bear.
I'm not here.
I mean, look at some of the people that I put in the intro. You have Jay-Z, Beyonce, Travis Scott. We all remember that whole debacle. You've got a lot of people. I even have Brad Pitt in there. And I'm still disgusted over Brad Pitt.
Oh, honey. Yeah, no. Look, y'all remember Beyonce? Come on. She was all cute, innocent looking, just all kind of plain. And then she got in her little group, and she was still kind of like, now look at Beyonce. Okay, now look.
Right.
Okay, there's a lot of people who can sing and dance and play instruments and act that are beautiful and smart and have what it takes. And they all don't make it. There's a reason. Have you ever wondered why all these people that or see how there's kids in your choir class that could sing the poop off of people that are on the radio right now, but they're never going to make it because they're not
going to sell their soul. That's how I look at it. Am I
Um,
right?
no, not necessarily. They don't want them. They don't want them for
Right.
certain reasons.
Right.
Um, they want who they want when they want it. And she's right, though. Most of them are related. Even if you don't know it now, you find it out later.
Yep, exactly.
I don't listen to any of them. So.
Go look up who. I know some of you seen. I forgot what that movie was called. With Mike Myers. But go look up Mariska
Halloween.
Hargitay. Who's Mariska Hargitay's mother, and who was she associated with?
Go. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
You can go look up, go research mainstream media news anchors, the females, and then go look who they're married to. Go look who owns what in this country. Go look at the CEOs they're married to, or vice versa. Go look at the men
Yeah,
and go look up who
yeah.
their families are.
Oh, that is so funny because nobody wanted to look at that when we were trying to get them to look at it. And I agree, stars. They need to look at these people and who they're married to. When a lot of this stuff was going down, people did not understand that that's how we got people where we did across certain borders and in certain places, and how we knew what was happening and how they knew what was happening ahead of time in certain places. So some of these people in government are married. They're all intermarried.
Right. It's all a big thing. It's like a big, it's a big scam, and they're all intermingled. And but they have to, like, of course, the propaganda has got to be married to who owns the banks, who's got to be married to who the CEOs of the companies that are doing the shit in the country. Excuse my mouth. That's married to the executive director of Disney, of all places, who visited Epstein Island. Oh my God, it's a big ass circle, y'all. Oh my God. It goes round and round and round.
Some of those big charities that people donate to
Oh God, don't give me
don't
money.
really know where their money is going, and it's going to fund human trafficking and pedophilia in some of these places. And if you really look into what you're giving to, you will see how some of this stuff goes
Where
from
it
one
goes.
place to the next to the next, because they hide it, and they have to, I don't know, wash their money. So it goes down from one place to the next
Mm.
until and yeah, this is really going down the rabbit hole.
Right. Don't you remember, like, being kids, okay, and everybody got a UNICEF box, okay? Just in our generation, okay? I'm 51. My generation alone. There was a UNICEF box for everything. We brought a bazillion pennies to school every year. Every school across the country did, and everything. And it still didn't fix anything. Okay? Bazillions. Just that we would give. And it didn't. Okay, whatever UNICEF was for, they didn't fix that. Okay? They didn't fix that. And then you give money to places, I don't even want to say these places. The places that you give money to in our country, so when shit goes down, they'll come help you. Okay, you see how that's working out when you have hundreds of people in tent cities. So where's all that money going? Like, where's the money? And these are big places that people are always give their money to. And the grocery stores and the stores are like, would you like to donate? Would you like to round that up? But then if you actually look it up, they doesn't tell you they've done anything. It just tells you where to give more money, and they'll show a pretty picture. But we know that's not what it looks like in that country. I can go on about that forever, because we give and we give and we give, and I have yet to see what happens with that money. And then I'd also, I'd like to know where Hollywood is right now, because we have people in fires, flooding, and all this stuff going on in our country, and there's no telethons. Hollywood's not getting together going, hey, go help these people that are flooded out. Like, where are they? What happened to that? How come they
Right.
don't do that for us anymore? Why not?
And I want to address this comment right here because I completely agree with Cowboy.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you know, you have both of those. I mean, you've had several others that come up against the elites, and they have been taken out for it. So, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, like the banner says, it's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Fair under the fair use agreement. They were sacrifices, in my opinion. And then you have the whole Travis Scott, Houston, whatever that concert was called. That was another sacrifice. Look at how many people were killed at that one concert.
Check out the song by Megadeth. Yeah.
Yeah, they were
and-
told.
Songs.
They were
There's a
told. They
ton
were
of-
told what was happening. They were told what the consequences of not fixing that were, and they still let it happen.
Right.
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 And like he then said, look at Keanu Reeves.
You have a lot of Hollywood that those people are still around. Like Roseanne Barr is a perfect example.
Self-off.
I just believe she knows a bunch, and she's still here. She keeps her mouth shut, but you know, anybody they put shame to like that, it's probably because they know. But they still serve a purpose, so they're still here. And then you can also go and research, like, it's not a fun research, it's not a fun bunny hole, but you can go research when you see people that are elite or important anywhere and they leave, however their death is, you can go research it because there's symbolism behind how these people leave the planet, how they go out, how there's symbolism behind it. It all means something. It's kind of creepy, but you know, I don't want to say any more about it because it's all for educational purposes only.
That's right. The more we learn about these people, the more, you know, we realize what is truly going on.
And
You know,
Cowboys welcome. Fun posted the StreamYard link.
You know, and to each his own, you know, because, you know, whatever, how you come to this planet and whatever your contract is here, you do what you're supposed to do, you know, so be it. But,
Right.
you know, when you find out that a lot of these people are the reason why a lot of this stuff is happening to us right now, and it's been planned for a minute, and you start learning more and more. No, I can't do anything about it, but I like knowing it, and I like finding out more about it. Why not?
yeah,
What's up, Cowboy?
yes, I did not.
There he is.
I did not know. I did not know Chris Cornell, but I did know Chester Bennington because I knew him before he became big, and he used to perform here at the Oriental.
Yeah.
If you know what that is, I know not a lot of people know what that is. Corey Feldman performs there sometimes, but it's very small. It's very small, and it's not anything big. It's not like a huge.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Yeah, I muted Cowboy until he comes back. I think he's still got YouTube open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's there's a lot to get into, and then you have to remember there are some things that were purposely put out there to lead people astray, um,
Right.
to make it look like they're part of it, but they're not. There are other people as well there, and it's very, very, very few, but you can see who they are. Um, there are some actors and actresses who, I should say, it's rare, um, but they were let in and led to believe there's nothing wrong, because they also need them, um, to make them, so that when they say, I never saw this, or this didn't happen, um, it's true. But they did it on purpose because they want people to believe what they're saying.
They need their smoke screen.
They need their excuses. Yes.
Exactly. I know Cowboy said he had some things to say. Go for it.
Oh, let's
Okay, since we're discussing these sick fucks,
Oh, inappropriate. Oh.
I don't give a shit, all right? Yeah, when it comes down to that and these people, fuck them. Who cares? All right,
Right.
I'm going to tell this panel, I'm going to tell this chat room, and I'm going to tell this community, anytime that your children are around me, anybody wants to do willful harm to them, I will kill that motherfucker. Done.
Amen.
Children are the last innocents of this world, period. They will need and they will be protected at all costs, payable on death itself.
Amen.
I'm done with these pricks. Done. I don't give a shit how much justification you want to give it of, oh my God, they're people too. Fuck off. You're hurting kids. I.e., I'm going to fuck you up. Period.
Preach it, brother.
It's bullshit. Pedophilia is a disease. Plain and simple. Apologies to Peach if this gets a serious strike.
It's
But,
okay.
You know
No
what?
apology.
It's
You're
okay.
good,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, all I got to
Let
say
it go.
is, you know what? You want to give me 3 strikes? Well, if you think I'm out of this game, motherfucker, you're out of your mind.
Mhm.
Period.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cowboy's a little passionate about this subject.
That's okay. We all know it's okay.
That's right.
We know, and we all can't say it.
You got sitting senators that say, the nuclear use on civilians. Well, let's start there. Hollywood, California. Yep. Give them a B-83. Boom. Touch that motherfucker off.
Right.
I'll have a keg party. Boom.
Amen.
Well, look at
Amen.
that, and that's another reason
I
why
don't
a
have
lot
a
of
keg.
them,
I just got one Bud Light here.
a lot of them
You're
are
gonna have to
getting
give me a
away
minute.
with it because they're in certain places. Like I was saying last time, look at Boys Town. Look at everything that was connected to. That even connected, right? Even Johnny Gosh's case connected to that in a certain way. It was huge, and if you knew who that involved, um, which includes some very big famous people, and they tried to get it out there, and they told people, look, there's a reason. There's a reason why they're doing what they're doing, and how they're doing it, and it's awful. And oh yeah, but once you get into it and you see it, I was disgusted when this guy got out, and literally his government friends had a job waiting for him and everything. After what he did, after what you learn that this person did, how can somebody, I don't know, it's disgusting.
Right. These are not conspiracy theories. These are not. They're not. It's in front of our face every day. If there's any other symbolism that I can see daily, all the time, It's that shit. Excuse my mouth. It is. It is in your face. Oh, it's so right there, and we all know. Okay?
Um,
Hmm.
prime example is a lot in chat, including Mad Shad, brought up Disney. They are throwing this shit in our face,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah, I
feeding
agree
it
with
to
that.
these kids. It's sickening.
Yep, it's right in front of you. It's even in
Exactly.
commercials now. It's everywhere.
Just
It
like
is.
in the mountains when certain people go, a lot of people go missing and stuff, and it's weird the way, you know, uh, what was I say, in like the forests, our national forests and things. N- Same with Disney. If you go to some of their parks, why do they not talk more about the kids that go missing there?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then in my research, which is unfortunate because I've seen things my eyes can't take back. And I mean, if you go down these rabbit holes and you go research, you have to have you have to do something to your mind to make it okay. But just a question like I came across in my stuff about missing people, missing children specifically, the amount of missing children that go missing children every year. Okay. If you take all the missing children that have been missing all these years, there isn't enough people in our country to take all these kids. Like we'd all have to take a kid. It's like if they don't always tell you all the statistics at one time, and there's a reason, because there's that many kids under the age of 18 that are gone, that no one knows where they went, but there's not enough people to take that many children, let alone the adults they can't find that are missing. So if you look at it like that, you're like, where are all these people? Where'd they go? What are they doing with these kids? Okay. And then you start realizing what they're doing with the kids. And lots of kids at one time. They're not just snatching one, they're taking kids, communities worth of kids. If you get all the kids together that are missing in just this country, it's awful.
Hmm. And yes, I do know about David Politis. I've been watching him for a very long time. So, yeah, I know about that.
Keith brought up a good one. What about Charles Manson?
What
Him
about
and
him?
everybody went quiet, didn't they?
Right?
Why do you think they made sure we knew who he was? I asked stuff backwards. Why would they make sure we knew who he was and that he was out there in books and movies and show all this stuff was made about him? There's a reason. They wanted somebody to like that.
Right. I believe that they used him and they made him who he was. They knew what they were doing.
Huh?
And there are certain people in Hollywood too. I researched this back in the 80s. And what I found then, I cannot find now. But there are some, and they slowly disconnected certain people that were associated with him that are still in Hollywood today because they don't want people to know that they were connected. They used him for their own purposes.
Right.
They groomed him too. They knew what they were doing, and
Well, as far as
some of these people, do you remember the book Helter Skelter? That
Yeah.
was what it was about.
Yep.
I remember
Mhm.
reading that in the 80s, and I was
The book
what,
Helter Skelter
18,
was written
17?
by the judge that sentenced him, though.
Mm-hmm. Right? You was gonna say something, Cowboy?
yeah, the Manson deal, he exposed Roman Polanski,
Mm-hmm.
that underground. Well, they had to shut that shit down right there. They're like, oh my God, he knows a lot. Well,
Mm-hmm.
not saying that what he did is okay, but
Right.
I like Susanna. I've done my research on Helter Skelter. I've done my research on Manson and his use of LSD and why he did it. And I'm sorry, Hollywood disgusted the man.
I don't
I,
think he
I,
did
I
anything.
seriously think all of it was perpetuated as a payback.
I agree with that.
Right. And they
But
then they
him
glorify.
actually doing
Don't get me
anything, I
wrong.
don't
I'm
think he
not
did anything.
condoning him. I'm not putting him up on this, pedestal and you're guided towards sainthood by any means.
Yeah.
But
You're right. Well, I kind of lean with Keith. I'm not sure he did anything either.
I also question that too. I
I
really
think
do.
he might have been a scapegoat. I really do.
It might
You
not
know?
have happened at all.
Because,
we don't know.
because
It's what they told us
Right.
happened. We don't know. We weren't there. I
Because,
know there's a lot of people who do sick shit every day. Excuse my mouth. There's people who cut people up in pieces. There's people all over this country that do nasty stuff to multiple people, and they just go to jail. And we don't hear about it. It's not glorified. There's no movie about it. There's a lot of sick people in prisons right now that have done a lot of bad stuff, and we don't hear about
Right.
them. We hear about who they want us to hear about.
Right.
And they put him behind bars for conspiracy theory. Or no, what am I trying to say here? We are talking about China Made, ain't we? Hang on, I'll be back.
See what Mad Shed said.
No, I'm
Went to an
trying.
Indonesian place. The blue light district is full of kids bars, totally protected by the police.
oh yeah, I'm serious. Talk to a U.S. Marine that's been overseas. Talk to anybody in the Navy. They will tell you some fucked up shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
What I meant to say was conspiracy to the fact is what they charged him for. And do you know anybody that's been in prison all their life for conspiracy to the fact
Nope.
Right.
and die in prison?
Right.
I mean, that's a little out there, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the three girls. The one girl, I can't remember her name, but the real main girl, Leslie Van Houten. When they interviewed her, she said, "We never left the ranch that night. We were too high on LSD."
Yeah.
So explain that one. How do you put them at that crime?
Exactly.
If you think about a lot of those big crime things that they glorify on TV, like it made me think of Ranch Davidian, Waco. Made me think of Waco too.
Mm-hmm.
If you pick that apart, that none of it doesn't make any sense. But they wanted us to know, and they wanted to see it as a our country. But if you really go back and look and you read what people said, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, just like the Manson stuff. A lot of it doesn't make any sense. But we wouldn't know that if you just do or listen to what your TV says and you go by what they say, then there's the facts and that's how it is. But if you go out of that, you question. You're like, what?
Right.
And if they had any morals at all, think about it. Think about people like Roman Polanski and the guy that does what is the other one? I forget what those movies are called. Anyway, Jeepers Creepers. And there's a lot there are other ones. Think about what they did. They allowed them to still make movies while they were in hiding and
Yep.
doing all this other stuff.
Yep. They're still making money. They're still doing. They just weren't there in the public eye. They were away. They were still living their life. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And,
I just commented to Mad Chad, for Trial by Axe. David Geffen, they put him on this pedestal as, he is this crown prince of Jewish people. That guy is a sick fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the circles that, I guess, you can only say he's claimed to have been in. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Once
another
again,
one.
there's a rabbit hole. Go down that. Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll come
Well,
out
sure.
like mad.
There
Matt
sure
Chad's
is.
talking about
And there's what Mad Chad was saying as well about certain people down there, a certain group of people. I've known for a long time what they do, and there you can find, what they do, information on that from people who've written, books, and when you start learning some of these things, you don't know what to think at first, especially when you're as young as I was getting into all this stuff.
Mhm.
But then you start getting into it more and more and you start seeing it. But there are people who, because they have the money and whatnot around the world, go to other places and purchase people, so to speak,
Sure.
because they know they can. And it's one of those things as well. People don't want to hear certain things about people, because I have friends who are this and I have friends who are that, but they fail to realize that there are certain things that they keep from other people as well. You start to realize that some of these people justify it in different ways. So to them, they can keep it from other people and play their role really good, while
Mhm.
other people are thinking, "Oh, but they don't do that. They don't do this, or they don't." And that was the purpose of me saying last week. Now look, these people, you you can't believe some of the things that they believe, um, and not, wholeheartedly, especially how into their own religions and stuff that they are, and then deny certain parts of that, especially because they don't allow for that. And if you allow for that, then you then have to believe that they are not who they say they are.
Right.
Right.
I was
It's the
reading
truth in reverse.
exactly.
It's
If
like
they say, "Oh, I'm not a pedophile," oh, you're a pedophile. Yep, yep.
Right.
yeah, it's like Mad Chad was talking about. It happens in Afghanistan, but one of the biggest child trafficking bridges runs right into I don't know if you can say, you can say whatever here, right?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Ukraine.
Yeah, cowboy
Right.
opened that door.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm making sure, but yeah, it runs right into Ukraine. So, and then we fund it, and just
Exactly. And we fund
yeah,
that shit. We fund all of it because we keep giving everybody all these charities money, and guess what? It funds it all. And so they can't do it. They do it here in our country, but they do it out. It's like more outward in other countries because I forget what I was going to say. But I saw where's Mad Shad's comment? The open, yeah.
Yeah.
There's things right in front of our faces that y'all don't realize that it's that kind of stuff, like model agencies. And they got all the hundreds and hundreds, thousands of kids just send their pictures in, and then just inappropriate people go through that. Korn singer, yeah, that's why I like Korn so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davis, yeah, he's been through the ring.
His songs tell you exactly. They tell you if you can listen to it and think about it like that. His songs tell you, the covers of his albums tell you. Just right on the cover, it shows you, plain as day.
Right. Well, that's like, which I don't think they record or anything anymore, but everybody remembers Pearl Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Remember their song Jeremy?
yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yep,
Eddie Vedder, that's their singer.
yeah. Eddie Vedder.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right. POD. Remember POD?
Yeah.
Not
Youth
much.
of a
Payable
Nation.
on death.
Youth of a Nation.
You can go back and listen to music from, so I say, if you go back and listen to the music like in the Woodstock days, and you listen
Mhm.
to the words of the songs, it's happening right now. Pick a song, it's happening right now.
And a lot of these people think about it, what they were trying to stand for. A lot of them were investigated. John Lennon was investigated. The
No?
monkeys,
Mhm.
the monkeys were investigated.
Right.
Sister
Well, you know,
Susanna.
Charles Manson, supposedly didn't get a record deal and do all that, but you can get on YouTube and type in Charles Manson and all kinds of records, pop up that you can listen to. It's all Charles Manson. Now, that's a little weird, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you make all them records? Just, I don't know.
Right, you're sitting in a jail cell. Jail it sounded funny. You don't have nothing, but you can make records, and you're this horrible, horrible person. You can make records. I don't know people in jail that can do that. I've never
No.
heard of it. I don't know anybody like that.
And think
No,
about
neither.
this. How many people that were famous serial killers knew and were associated with people in government?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one to research too. You'll see how, if they're not related to them, they worked for them or knew them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sister Susanna,
Yes,
we're going to need those security codes after this.
right. Don't worry, I have a supply of churros down there. Churros and snow cones.
Uh-oh.
Right. We don't have to go underground now. You see, I'm worried, right? So if I go missing and nobody
Teacher
hears
still let
from
me know on number one. Thank you.
So if I go missing and nobody hears anything from me, I love you all.
We'll be underground too.
Oh
We'll
Lord,
find
there's
you.
way worse stuff talked about.
I'll be
Yeah,
under the desk with a mask on. Just
This
saying.
is right. The conspiracy theory show. So these are just all conspiracies that we've heard.
Right. How about King Crimson, Keith?
Never heard of him.
Me either.
King Crimson. Don't sound good, does it?
No, it don't. Sounds like a bad one. Or a Cullen. Whichever way you want to say it. You know, king of the demons.
And that's why so much of it is that way, Widow, is because for thousands of years this has been going on, and they've been knowing what they've been doing to people. Back in the day, how do you think they would get someone that was, secluded or whatever? They would infect the animals. They would infect the animals and then put them there as if they were wandering animals, because they knew that they would pick them up and take them in, and it would start something with whatever they infected the animal with.
Right. Look how many shows we watch. We get all involved in these series and things like that. These movies that are out, mega movies, and from not our lifetime, like before. I can't think of dates, whatever. But you'll see like mass sacrifices and mass this and mass ways people are taken out. in these shows, and I believe it's still happening. It's just, it doesn't look the same here in our country or anywhere else, and we all dress different, and we're all more sophisticated now. We just don't go out back and take somebody and cut their head off. We have more sophisticated ways of doing it now. So I don't believe it's stopped. I just believe, they've got a more sophisticated way of doing it. But they're telling us what they're doing. They're showing us in these shows, in these movies. And I honestly believe if you think of like mega stars and the movies that they're in that they portray, and they always have something to do with a catastrophe, some kind of life lesson the planet needs to learn or the country, and they're mega stars. And then it comes true. Like that movie from 10 years ago, it came true. That really did happen somewhere on the planet, or it's happening now. And so, I just see it, the farther you get up in your eliteness, then you're able to put out your karma like that, where you're actually going to show a full-blown 2-hour movie of a catastrophe, and then it happens 5 years later. Yeah. And people don't see that. You guys can't remember movies and stuff we've seen. And if not, if it hasn't happened, it was a conspiracy theory, but now they're not, because they've come out and said, no, those aren't conspiracy theories anymore.
Right.
But they groomed society that way, so we would think that way.
Yeah. Poor old Keith down there's possessed.
What I do?
Or was that the only one?
He's just going to Top Cat.
They didn't do nothing. Yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness.
Top Chat looks better.
Oh, there's so many shows. There's so it's just crazy.
And there are some good ones mixed in there, but the problem is, trying to figure out which ones are trying to tell you something and which ones are trying to groom you.
Right.
And so I think some people have a hard time with that and I think that's why a lot of people too classify in their minds a movie as bad, because oftentimes they won't understand it. And when somebody doesn't understand it, it's classified as a bad movie.
Right, or negative, right, automatically. Right, and it's not, there's positive messages out there. There's more negative than positive that I've seen, but there are positive ones. And, but if you don't know what to look for, then everything's going to be bad, because that's how it was for me in the beginning. Everything was, oh my God, everything's bad. And then, you adjust and you start seeing it. You're like, okay, oh my God, there's so much stuff.
Well, there are so many. I watch a lot of natural disaster movies, like Day After Tomorrow and stuff like that, but there's also, that was a blockbuster hit. But there's also movies like that that's called, it's called B Productions, instead of A's, where they have the blockbusters at. And to me, sometimes the B movies is better than the A movies. They don't have as much CGI in them. But, welcome back, Oz.
Yeah, Oslander, good to see you.
I'm watching the documentary on Netflix, Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey, about the FLDS polygamists and Warren Jeffs. That is fun.
That's an interesting subject to research.
What's funny is I get asked some questions too because of where I live, but you have to remember that the whole state is not involved. That involved the southern part, and of my state. As so I get people asking me, like, seriously asking me in angry tones, almost as if I know about it and I should be doing something about it or something. And I'm like right in the middle of it or something. I'm not. Um, yeah, there, of course, there are going to be, you know, a lot of people of the like mind in different places. But when you start uh, looking at what, as some of these people and where they actually lived, that was concentrated in a certain area
Right.
and
It doesn't
not near
mean
me.
right, everybody in the whole state's not affiliated.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right off. I mean, a lot of us does realize, that there are a lot of good people out there, and you will never see me say a bad thing about our armed forces, whether it's just the regular armed forces or our special forces. I have a tremendous respect for our men and women in uniform, whether it be camouflage uniform or, by camouflage, I mean all, special forces, not special forces, shit, armed forces,
Right.
And I mean that by the boys and girls in blue, firefighters, EMS, 911, but there are a lot of sick people in this world.
And people have to remember as well, because they seem to I see this as one of the big things they seem to not think about or forget. And I think some of you who are in the military as well understand this, because this has to do with other certain people as well. We have to remember there are reasons why they cannot talk about certain things when they come back. They will not talk about certain things when they come back. And there are people who have to go in and do unsavory things themselves to get inside to get these people. And yes, that's why some of these people, you will find them connected in certain ways, but that doesn't mean that they're bad either. We just don't
Right.
always know who is who.
Right.
Yep, it's true.
I'm not touching on that subject, but I do have a random question for the panel and chat. Anybody notice people taking their flags down? That just made me think of that because you said military, but anybody notice people taking their flags down? Or have you taken your flag down? Because there are a lot of people I've noticed they have they've got black like a black cover. Their flags are still being flown, but there's black covers over them. And then I've seen people who just took them down. They've always had a flag and they're gone. They're done with the flag. So I just wonder, just because I thought of it, if anybody had taken their flag down or if they, were noticing people taking them down and they're not seeing them as much.
I can honestly say that down here in the South, at
Yes,
least
I
where
have.
I'm at, I haven't seen people taking theirs down. Now, I have a black American flag, but
No.
I haven't seen them taking down the stars and stripes at all.
No, they're taking black sheets, black blankets, and they're putting them over the flag while the flag is still being flown. I tried to look it up. It means a couple different things, but it didn't make any sense what was going on right now. I mean, I couldn't put it together. However, I live in an area where there's a lot of veterans, military, and first responders and ex-first responders. And a lot of them are taking their flags down. And I just wanted to know if anybody else has seen it.
Keith said
Well, I've
he
seen
had.
it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know people in the military, and they're even doing it.
Yep.
They don't even want to be there. So,
Right. There's people that are deployed, and their families are taking the flag down, and they have children, or their kids or whatever. They're deployed and they're taking their flags down. I've seen it, and I'm still trying to figure out the black over it. But I've seen that like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody else is doing that. So, I just random question made me think of that, but I have seen that. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
So, I bet you got money in Rand. Sorry. No, I wouldn't. I'm not a thief.
what's happening?
But I've heard, it being mentioned about Corey Feldman, and I remember being a kid, and the 2 Corys was a huge thing back then. Come on, the Lost Boys. Need I say more?
Right.
How many movies and TV shows did them 2 boys was in together? So, it, but like I said earlier, the whole Brad Pitt thing threw me for a loop because
She's not
I
over.
fell in love with that man in Legends of the Fall and Interview with the Vampire. Okay.
Yeah. It's really devastating when you don't know stuff and then you research and then you find out people that you've looked up to your whole life or since you were a kid, and it's crushed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
I know personally. I know personally at least 2 actresses, and I refuse to even acknowledge them anymore. It's sad. I won't even say who they are. It's that bad.
Right. I mean, some of the names we've mentioned, that I was like, they have cute songs, whatnot, but I've never been big fans. But I will put it this way. There was a reason why Destiny's Child split up. Just saying.
Oh.
Who that?
Destiny's Child?
That's where Beyonce came from.
Yeah.
That's where they found.
Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm reading the chat. I was reading Fonz. Right. I believe that the reason why some of them I can see them taking stuff down because they don't want to be a target. People are starting to think like that. They're like, I don't want to fly my American flag. I don't want to fly the police flag. I don't want to fly any of them. There's a lot of people that are thinking that way.
Right.
That's why I asked. I'm like, does anybody y'all feel like a target because you have that flag out there? And does the flag still stand for the same thing that you used to think it stood for? That's why I don't want to have an opinion about like military and stuff because I have like the utmost respect. And then I go down rabbit holes I'm just like, it's all sickening. So,
Right.
But I just wanted to know if anybody else feels like a target because they've got the American flag, even the Trump flags, they're down. The guy down at the corner, his whole front yard, they're gone. I'm speculating, I don't know. But I just wonder if people are doing that because they feel like they're going to be a target. Because, our government is preaching that out to everybody about who his targets are.
You're right. I think they are. But, it's the only ones that stand tall that'll keep flying, right?
That's right.
The military, I can see. I wouldn't want to fight for this douchebag either that's in office, but you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
That's a hard. It's just a tough thing. We want to stand up for what we believe in, what we're proud of. Then we realize that what we're proud of and what we believed in is all crap. So what do? And what do you hold on to? You hold on to your freedom feelings, that patriotic feelings. You hold on like the flag and things like that. Those things you hold on to, but then you let go of everything else because it's all a lie, you know. And it's like, what is okay to hold on to because what's real at this point? Like, that's how I look at it. My opinion.
Right.
My flag's still out there. Just saying, I put that out. My flag's still out there, but I'm starting to notice, you know, and I'm like, but mine's out there. It's still there.
That's like, you know, for the longest time, I was led to believe that the Black American flag stood for something wrong. You know, but once I done my research, I understood it. And that's the reason why I have one hanging on my wall in my room. Anytime y'all have ever seen me in my room and I have my camera on, you can see the black flag hanging above my bed. You know, and once I get out there at my own place, I will fly that proudly, along with what most people call the Confederate flag, which does not stand for what everybody has tried to make it stand for. Because if you properly research the North and the South conflict, you will find it's not all about that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was partly to do with people owning other people, but that was not all of it. And if you don't do your research now, before long, you will not be able to know the truth about any fucking thing.
That is true.
Because they are trying to erase the true history. And guys, I have so many topics for these Rabbit Hole Wednesdays lined up.
There's more.
Oh my God. I hope and pray to God I don't give people whiplash.
Well, I mean, my father, he flew the American flag and the Confederate flag. He flew both. I mean,
exactly.
He was in the military for 14 years. So I do the same thing.
Right.
I fly them too.
And next week, I'm going to give y'all a little teaser. Next week is going to be labeled North and South. But it's not going to be what y'all think it is. That's all I'm saying. Those that will come up on panel will know the topic and know what it's about, but it's not about what y'all think. And it's not even to do with the flags or the conflict back then or nothing like that. Hi, Miss Missy. How are you, hon? Good to see you. Thank you for your service.
Oh, I get it. It's bigger in the South, right?
Keith, you're from the South. Keith, you're from the South. You should know what I mean. It is to do with. I'll type it in the private chat because I can't think of how to put it.
Nice,
yeah.
Mad Chad. Nice.
Yeah, Mad Chad, salute, sir. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, Chad's the man, dude. Yeah, I love Chad.
Right.
He's a patriot. 100%.
There you go, Keith. Yeah, I mean, I completely believe in supporting. That's the reason why if I see, most of the time, even if you've never served, you can tell when a person, whether it's a man or woman, has served. And I always make sure I thank them. I don't care where I'm at.
Right.
What's
We're
up
gonna
with Tiger Daddy?
Huh?
Looking at chat.
Right. But yeah, without our forces, what kind of country would we truly be? Anybody ever wonder about that?
An occupied one.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I was about to say that. Yep, you're right.
Right. We've all given up so much. There's been a lot of freedoms already taken away, and they're progressing to take more. And there's only so many things that we can hold on to in this country, and we have our families and what we believe in, and there's only so many things left that we can hold on to, and the flag's one of them. Having the respect for the military. But there's not many things left to hold on to.
Right. That'd
think,
be a good one on.
I think Jimmy Doolittle said it the best. We may lose this battle, but we're going to win this war because you'll never beat the heart of a volunteer. The whole military is volunteer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You make that decision. I mean, some countries you're forced into their military, for
Exactly.
2, 3, 4 years.
That's right.
Here, all you got to do is sign dotted line.
That's it.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And take the pledge. Go ahead, Stars.
It's being selfish, and it's just gonna make me cry. But it's just being selfish, and that's where I believe humanity falls into place. I mean, if you don't believe in humanity, believe in all them kids that go sign up to go take care of us and protect us. They don't even know what they're signing up for most of the time. They don't have a clue. They just want to be part of it and they want to do it, And yeah.
Oh, Calgon, take me away.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would say something, Susanna, right now to get you back because you made a comment the other night. I'm not going to touch it. I ain't going there. No.
He didn't touch it. What the hell's wrong with him?
I'm like, did you try to touch
He's a
it?
happily married woman. Thank you.
He ain't even going there. What the hell?
Keith, he's not used to our gummies.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Y'all need some root beer floats.
Is that the key, Keith? I got it. Wow.
Gummies.
It's all
Oh my
about
goodness.
the gummies.
With the gummies. I think I said I would try a gummy if Hoot would try one first, so I'm pretty much not going to try a gummy.
Yeah, I got me some new ones the other day. They're called root beer floats. They're 1,500 milligrams, I think. Lord.
You be floating.
Oh, you're high when you wake up next day.
I'd be surrounded by cheese puffs and stuff. There'd be cheese puffs everywhere.
and right there, chat and panel. What Missy said right there. My son is obsessed with the military, wants to join the Navy and try for the SEALs. Kudos to you, young man, because you know what? The United States Navy SEALs is volunteer. every bit of it. You don't. It's not
Yeah, that's true.
selection.
Yeah.
It's your heart and desire.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, Green Berets, MARSOC, Army Rangers. You have to be selected. Okay, you go through a selection process. SEALs, nope. You want to do it? Do it. Get her done.
Mm-hmm.
Good work nowadays, though, right?
Not just not the military. If you're signing up to be a police officer right now in 2022, kudos to you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking kudos to you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that out loud because that's. Oh, did you not like that I said that? Barbie Barky.
Well, our German Shepherd had just let loose, so that might have been what he heard.
Maybe because he's like hair sticking all the way up his back, running back and forth. What are you doing? The puppy's hiding. That's awesome.
Yeah, our German Shepherd sounds ferocious, but he ain't nothing but a teddy bear. But, at one point in time, I did want to join the Navy because I have utmost respect for them, And that was before, I finally figured out that I was terrified of enclosed spaces because I wanted to be in the submarines, But I wanted to become a marine biologist. The armed forces pay for their people to be able to go to school to be in whatever field they want to be in. And so many people can use that. Used to, your big techs and stuff like that. If you were in the armed forces and you put that on that application, 9 times out of 10, it didn't matter what kind of person you were, just because you had served in the Army, Navy, whatever,
Right.
You were hired on spot.
As long as you didn't have an Article 15 or a Section 8, you were golden. If you had a DD 214, bam.
Absolutely.
But you know why Peach really wanted to be in a submarine? She wanted to be in close quarters with uniformed men.
Cowboy, I could not have handled myself, okay?
Right? There is something to be said about a man in a uniform. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know nothing.
Suspenders.
Sit there and stand in Army Greens, and then I look at my son, and Mad Shaq can relate to this, stand in Army Greens. No. Then I look at my son in dress blues, baby. Oh my God.
Oh.
There is not a better uniform in the military than dress blues.
Right. Yeah. I know I have a cousin. Technically, he's my step cousin, but I don't I can't say that word. But anyway, I don't, to me, I don't have step family. But anyway, for the most part, but he is in the Marines. He joined right out of high school. He's still in the Marines.
Awesome.
And he comes home in his dress uniform. The girls go crazy.
Yep. The blues, and especially if they got a blood stripe down their pant. Man, I tell you what. Boom.
I don't know. My son wanted to go a year ago, and I told him, no.
My son.
I don't think that's a good job for you right now.
My youngest son and my daughter both wanted to join the military, and my son was devastated because he had ailments from when he was a child, and I didn't think that he wasn't going to be able to go either. And he he wanted to be in the Air Force so bad, and they told him no, and he was devastated. Like that was his life goal right there. He's like, I'm gonna do this forever, Mom, and they told him no, and he was devastated.
It wasn't his life goal. It was
Yeah,
just something he thought about doing, you know. But
the Air Force is one of the ones that, you know, is really strict about that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go into the Army, they're a little lax. So it depends on which branch you go into as
Right.
well.
You know, he was crushed. He can't fly those jets and do all the things that he always wanted to do. So he didn't want to. But I get it. I mean, and there's a reason. I believe everything happens for a reason. He apparently wasn't supposed to be there, but
I'm sorry, Stars. I was not laughing at you. I was laughing at Mad Chad's comment. Oh my
I
god.
believe it.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Yeah.
It's a trick question. Don't answer that.
Right?
Oh,
And don't even read that out loud.
Yeah, Tiger's dad scared off the recruiters at her school. They wouldn't even talk to her. You know, that one of the reasons why, if I had a, you know, not tried but signed up, you know, I wouldn't have passed the physical exam. You know, but number one, my eyesight. You know, but and number two, I've never been in physical shape. Never.
well, I was a troublemaker in school. I mean, they kicked me out because of drugs anyway. But so I went to hard, difficult schools. But
Yeah.
yeah. Nowadays, yeah, Mad Chad. Yeah, they'll take you in a heartbeat.
Right. They're begging for people nowadays.
Oh yeah, they're begging.
well, you gotta have the orange juice. You ain't
No,
got
yeah.
that. You ain't going.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people
Yeah.
don't believe in that. Even
Now,
the military, they don't
now
believe in that
some,
shit.
even some today, Keith. Some base commanders are fighting it. They're holding out. You know.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah. Yep. My son is one of them. The base commander is saying, nope, it's personal choice.
Yep.
You get it or you don't get it, but it's personal choice. But that's only going to hold out so long. We know that.
I seen an article today where they're going to start trying to get it like the annual flu shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where you'll have to take a booster every year now. Yeah.
Nope, no. I don't even take a flu shot, okay? So yeah. Because I take the flu shot, guess what? I get the flu. So if I get the Jabberwocky, guess what I'm gonna get?
I ain't never had any of them.
No.
Have you not ever had the Jabberwocky?
Nope.
Wow. I've had it twice, man. It ain't no fun.
And you know the crazy thing? I live in a house with two people that's had it 2 times.
You don't want it, that's for sure.
No, I don't. I really and truly don't.
First time I had it, it wasn't nothing. Second time I had it, I had blood running out of my nose. I was puking blood. I was doing all kinds of crazy crap.
Wow.
Couldn't breathe, all that crap. So, yeah. And I guess it's the new thing that's going around now. Yeah. It was not no fun, I'll tell you that. I'll take the flu any day.
Right.
And you do have to remember that because the flu has so many strains, they can only include so many strains in the shot. They can't put them all in there. So there's a big chance anybody's going to get some sort of strain that isn't in the flu shot, anyway.
Right.
Or it was already in our body to begin with because they shoot us up with so much crap from the time we're born. My opinion.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that is hard is for people is figuring out what to take and what not to take, especially now because of, they've been done so wrong. And because there are some that are, there are a couple of them you can take, and then the other ones, if you research them, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Even when you go back to some of the ones that supposedly, we eradicated this, and you can't get, well, why is it still around? You didn't eradicate it. You suppressed it. But in the meantime, there were things that happened in the beginning of some of those, and there are big reasons why all of a sudden we're having more cancers and tumors and things like that because it was in there, and they didn't want to look at it because there was also a woman involved, let's say. And so some of these people were willing to risk even their families' lives, and certain parts of their families got the disease still, even though they got those, vaccines.
Mm-hmm. Well, those some so-called eradicated diseases coming back. The polio,
Right.
cholera.
Well, yeah, polio was one of the big ones because there were monkey cancers in those, and they called and told them, look, on the day that it was supposed to come out, and the doctor who let that out, again, big heads don't tend to care. They just, they want that money, that fame, whatever it is. I did this. No matter, I'm the one who's gonna be remembered for this. Those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
It was funny to me. Like New York City was like, drink the water. We have the cleanest water. There's nothing wrong with our water. Our water's good. And then, like, it wasn't a month later, all the polio outbreaks broke out, and it was in the water. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Mm-hmm. And just a side note, because I think I said it last time, but polio is one of them. Before most of our wars that have happened in history, there was a major disease that came out right before every war. Every major war, and polio was one of them. Depopulated, and then there was a war. You can go back and research it. I mean, those aren't conspiracy theories. They taught us that in our history books. They just didn't put it
always
on
a war afterwards.
Right.
After
right.
every disease, there's a war.
Yep, every time. They didn't put it in. They didn't tell us it that way when we were growing up as kids. They were like, oh, and whatever this. They would tell us, but then they wouldn't put it in a bigger perspective. Like right before every major war, we had depopulation by a major disease. Okay, and then you can see how what's going on now and what's been going on the last couple of years and what they're saying is going on and what's going to happen at all. It's the same thing.
Right.
And then why they give us all these things in our arms and feet and wherever when you're little and you're babies and you get tons of stuff and then you're not going to get sick, but then you get older and you get sick. What? then why did you do all that to me? And why am I getting sick now for stuff you inoculated me for, 45 years ago?
Right.
Just stuff to question. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. There's so many things that we were poked for that I still wound up with. And that's the reason why I don't, yeah. Mm-mm. I got the chickenpox jab, wound up with it. Measles, wound up with it. So why take that chance now when I've been told if I get the it's probably gonna kill me?
I don't know. I ain't took none of it. I took some Bud Light, some cigarettes, some other things, but I didn't take none of that shit.
All right.
But them doctors, they're good. They'll talk to you like, you need to do this. This is, this is what it is. No, I'm good. I'm going home.
Right.
Indoctrination.
Yeah, it might save your life because they're like, hey, let's put you on a breathing machine. No, I don't think so. We're good here.
That's true. Oh, definitely not, Missy. Definitely not. Because
Love you.
Heather, my best friend, her brother had that jab, but guess what he has now? He has shingles. So, And I mean, I've been tested for TB as well. Luckily, it didn't hold, to my track record. I never wound up with it, thank goodness. Definitely, Tiger. Boy, everybody went quiet on me up here.
Oh, I forgot about chat too. Sorry, chat. Forgot about you. Mad chat should get up here.
Right? Mad said, you want to come up? Us?
He's
Widow?
on his own channel. What's wrong with him? He need to get up here.
I'll drop the link again.
And just for the record, we're talking about shingles. Shingles, the disease, not shit on the shingles. Just saying.
I don't know. I ain't never had it.
Thank you, Fawn. I might say, sad say, we got room for, let's say, there's 4 more.
Yeah, come on up, Chad. Fawn can come up.
Yeah. Anybody that wants to come up is more than welcome.
And if anybody ain't been watching Widow Diaries videos here lately, they're good. Got
Yes,
some good
they
artwork on there. I watch them when it comes out. So
absolutely. Uh-oh, he's buffering.
Come on, Mad Chad.
Oh, he's just getting
No,
kicked.
You can do it.
It's just kicking in. You got to let it kick in. You know?
Right.
There it is.
What's up, Mad Sad, my brother?
Yeah, the homie.
Nice.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
So you took the wrong gummy, Mad Chad. You got to go back and take the other one.
Uh-oh.
Aw. Darn it. Oh my goodness.
He be back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I had to step away for a second. I'm so passionate about every single, it doesn't matter what topic you bring up. I could go on and on. So I had to step away for a second and get a drink. And
Widow Tiger's at work, so she's in and out and back and forth. I ain't never heard that.
mm-mm.
Hmm.
We Spawn. Honey, if you want to come up here on panel, you just go for it. You tell us all about it.
yes.
There
yes.
he is.
Hey, I'm here.
After
Sorry,
birth
folks.
or death.
What's up, Mad
What's
Shad?
up? Hey, Georgia Peach, how you doing? How you doing? Hope this day finds you
Doing
well. How is everyone on chat? How is everyone on panel? Obviously, I've been here for a while, talking smack. Hope,
You just get us
Well,
going. That's all.
yep, you know me,
Yeah,
thought provoking. Thought provoking. That's my MO. Modus operandi.
Right?
Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
So, what are we talking about now?
Right. What were
What-
you we still talking
Whatever
about
pops
stuff?
in.
He said, "Get drunk and shut up."
Mm.
That's what he did.
I got work tomorrow.
And there he goes.
Right.
Damn it. What?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay,
Mad
spotted fun.
Dad.
Oh, yep. One talking about, we want charity. We want charity.
Mm.
Bless Mad Shad's heart. He's got an internet like I do.
Darn it. Oh my goodness.
That's true, us. There we
Okay.
go.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. That was me.
You're good. You're good.
I was trying to help Spotted Fun out. Let's see if I can do this. Here's Charity.
Hey, there's Charity.
Let me put her on big screen.
Oh, God.
Hey, pretty girl.
Aw.
Hey, pretty girl. She's so pretty.
Oh, so cute.
She's so loving. My
Yeah.
chest has taken me off solo layout.
That's great.
I'm laying in bed. She's laying right next to me. You know, that's how we roll.
That's the way it usually is with me and my little chihuahua. Usually if I'm in here laying on the bed, he's in here with me, but I left him in the living room.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. She just loves me to death, doesn't she?
And
Dag.
we've all tried to tell you we love you, Stars.
Well, I think our versions, our what we think love is different. 'Cause, like, that's
I got a
funny.
cat named Stars somewhere around here if I can find him.
Aw.
Yes,
See,
spotted
you got a kitty. You got a kitty cat named after you, Stars.
No, look, really. There's no
I knew a girl. I knew a girl. Yeah, I know a girl named Stars. Yeah, she didn't wear a lot of clothes.
Awesome.
I was like, did she take ones? Sorry.
She
Oh,
she worked from like
Mad Chad.
She kept odd hours, huh?
yeah
Was that in Bangkok?
yeah.
I swear the three-letter agencies is after Mad Chad.
Uh-uh.
Oh, look.
Hey, that's a beer-drinking cat.
Look at there. Hey, pretty kitty.
I want the Bud Light. I want the Bud Light. What's up? That's awesome.
So pretty.
Aw.
I love animals.
I got my goose there. Now.
I'm not getting mine. I don't even know where he is. He's.
Peach, what are you worried about the three-letter acronyms for? You're already letting them know your response. I mean,
Good.
That's fine.
Look at what we've talked about. I mean,
oh good Lord.
uh,
The FBI, the CIA, CDC,
Department of
Homeland
Agriculture.
Security. Yeah, Department of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Peach,
Parks and Recreation.
You already
UNICEF, Red
got 5
Cross.
strikes.
The ATF,
I'm like, oh, shit.
the
Just start
UFO.
naming.
Oh, hell, while we at it, let's talk about the mafia.
Right. Martial law.
Right?
This is a conspiracy theory. I am not up here. I just
Right.
let y'all know that.
None of us are.
I am a figment of your imagination.
I
Doesn't my
identify.
avatar say it all? Just
Right.
saying.
There you go. I identify as a big ass. It's got 3 pockets. So there we go.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
welcome to the Peach Pit.
Right?
That's why you stay in top chat.
My chat's upside down.
Right?
Chat, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Missy says the good guys.
This is what
Right.
happens when you quit talking about conspiracy theories.
Whose ass is that? Oh Lord. Hey, no turtling in panel.
Wrong panel to say that because we are turtle even more.
What I mean, I like the word, and I don't really know what it means. So you got to let me know what that means.
You can't define that for us and go into better definition.
Yeah, what does it mean? I like it, but
Right? Can someone Google that?
it's like
It's like
Here's that
Latin very.
I'm listening.
I don't want to say loudly, but very heartily. That's it.
Where?
Yeah.
Down there.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What?
really?
Is this inappropriate?
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It is.
What are you talking about?
See, I'm 48 years old, and
so
I'm
lost.
learning something new. Look
I
at
thought
this.
it
This is crazy.
So you're not talking. Okay. You're gonna
We're
have to
talking about
clarify.
portal. Yes.
You
A
look like a portal.
A turtle.
No, a
Yeah.
portal.
What? Portal? What the hell are you talking about? You're fucking with me. You know I'm an idiot.
I don't know.
It's like,
I'm so lost. somebody in chat, tell me what the heck the panel's talking about. Because I don't
You
know.
thought there was a chat. Shit.
hey, I was just asking a question what a turtle was, and now I'm getting portals and laughing gas, and I'm like, what?
I thought you had said chortle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's yeah.
Yeah. Chortle is when you laugh very, very heartedly.
And it affects something down there.
No.
What?
No.
Oh,
What?
that's what I thought.
No.
I thought it was some kind of like a, dare I say, I'm sorry, this might be inappropriate. Queef?
Yeah, no, it ain't a queef. No.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now Now I know. Now I know. That's where you got me, Keith. You're talking about portals. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I might have known someone like that, but you know, like her nickname was the Black Hole, but
Oh my goodness.
but you know, hey, I know this is a family show, right?
Oh,
Yeah. I need a disclaimer down in chat. If you're not over the age of 32, you do not need to be in this chat.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But yes, I said 32.
Where is Sophia B when you need her? Oh, good Lord.
Total F filth. I like when she says that.
Yeah. Fuck you. Love y'all. Wow.
Yeah.
She's canning, probably.
Oh, more than that. She's a cannon freak. Oh, wow.
Oh, I know what she's trying to get a milk cow. I hear.
Cool.
Yeah. I want
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna put it
Go
on my terrace up here.
Why are you not up here?
Oh, tiger.
Tiger?
That's what
Tiger's
turtling?
at work.
Tiger ain't up here. Fawn ain't up here. Hoot never gets
Oh,
on.
yeah, and Fawn, too. No,
Uh-oh.
you get your little butt up here, too.
You called and she came.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
man.
I'm like the candy man. You
we're
done
all
said my
gonna
name
get
3
knocks on
times,
the door.
damn
You
it.
might as well join the party.
So listen,
Oh shit.
it says that. Oh, just a minute. I still got YouTube on. Okay.
Are we looking at bars here? Are you in jail?
Yeah, you're looking at bars. I'm on the balcony at work, damn it. I'm taking like 10 minutes, y'all.
Oh,
I looked up turtling, and it says the delicate moments right before one really, really has to take a shit.
what?
When the shit
Oh my
is
God.
literally coming, making its head out of the sphincter, then quickly hiding inside again.
That's
That's
turtling.
That's why she's on bars at work.
High
That
five,
may be-
That's
Tiger.
turtling, damn it.
That may be the definition.
No, I
but you
said
know
turtle.
That's not what Tiger wanted to say. No.
Oh my goodness.
Turtle, like
That was
the
very
little
graphic.
hard shell thing. That's turtling.
Oh,
That was very graphic, but totally off topic. My question was,
You asked, but you asked.
no, I
And
asked
I
what
provided
turtle.
the answer.
Turtling.
That's it.
I thought that was starting.
Turtling. Turtling.
CHOR.
Oh, what?
Oh.
I don't
Turtling.
even know what the hell that word is.
Okay.
That's Thor.
Over
That's
here.
Thor.
Okay. Well, what's starting then?
We know
You
what
shit
that
your
is.
pants when you thought you had to fart. There you go. I ain't g- I done threw it out there, so we might as well go all in now.
Yeah, I know. Now we're on Bali instruments. You know. Well, I mean, there's the sneeze fart. I like that one. That's fun.
A snort.
Okay, totally inappropriate.
Talk about going south.
Okay, listen, y'all wanted me up here. Now you got it. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Good to see you, sister. There you go.
You too.
I don't know
That's
if
not
this
what I
is
meant to
appropriate,
do.
but hey, Tiger,
Oh my
How
gosh.
are you, Keith?
Oh.
I'm good. How are you?
Tiger, I was
There, now
told
you
to
don't have
tell
to look
you
at
to read
bars.
chat.
Yeah, can you see chat, Tiger? You be dropping your
I can
Facebook.
just a minute.
You be dropping your Facebook link in the chat.
Fun and
Yeah.
Do
fun.
what?
You dropped your Facebook link in the chat. I'm kidding.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the
you did.
definition. I did?
Fawn said you
Yeah.
did.
Widow's name.
Oh.
Okay. Fun and
That's not
fun.
what it
You
was
just want us
supposed
to
to
buy
be.
Cincy's.
Oopsie
Yeah.
doodle.
Oh, there we
Well,
go.
let's just delete that.
Let's
You want me to delete
save
it?
Yes.
Oh, shoot, it won't let me
I don't
delete
want
it.
all these psycho people up on my Facebook. What the hell?
Please
I can
disregard the
just hear
Facebook.
Tiger. Oh my
link.
God, not him. Oh, shit.
Facebook.com.
No, it wasn't supposed to be my Facebook. I got that off of Chrome. I don't know how my Facebook ended up there.
Welcome
Apparently,
back,
I'm the
Oz.
definition of turtling.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, Oz.
Oh my gosh. Fawn saying
So
abort,
I
abort.
I have like 9 more minutes that I can be on here, and then I just have to listen again.
Okay. You
I have
got
to,
9 minutes
I'm
to
almost
pre-tape.
done. I'm almost done with my med pass, but not quite. I still have 4 people to do. 5 people.
You still got
Wow.
5
Oh, hell
people
yeah.
to do?
Yeah, I still have 5 people to give medicine to.
You know, from now on, for 9 minutes, you're going to be very nervous when people sneeze around you.
I'm
Right.
not. I'm not.
Sneeze fart.
Dude, I've heard it and seen it all. I seriously doubt I'm going to be nervous.
Wait, do farts have lumps? Mm.
Oh my gosh, you know.
I
Oh,
think his voice soothes everybody. Just saying.
And that is true. That is true.
oh my goodness, breathe.
But yeah,
You know,
that,
you're
was,
like-
that was funny the other night. The minute
Oh.
Oz started talking, Tiger just went,
Hell yeah, buy some Scentsy. I don't care. Make my day. Oh, then you. It is.
That's awesome.
Yep, David. Abort.
Clickbait. I see how you are, Fawn.
Right? She's like,
Where's the love? What the hell?
Right?
Oh, God.
that's
We
funny.
love it. Chat makes everything fun, especially when you got a good panel, too. Yep.
I always love the Widow's
Yeah, I want to know
Diary.
where all you people were last night when I was struggling because I was tired.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go live. I did not.
Went to sleep. Sorry.
I was so tired yesterday. I just wanted to go to bed. I didn't even want to go live, but I already told everybody I was, so I did.
I crashed too. I got up at like fucking 3:30 this morning.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Well, I just got to work tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'm off for 4 days, so I'll deal with it.
Woo!
I'm jealous.
Oh, this is.
Matt
Yeah, well,
Chad,
I'm
you
jealous
working?
every other weekend when all you
So
guys
you
are
working
off
on?
work.
It's true. This is very true.
Woo.
And now Fawn's saying you clickbaited her.
Yeah, she's.
Well, no, I didn't. Did you buy something? Then get over it.
Oh, she's gonna go order one of everything right now just to be like,
Okay, yeah,
Right.
that'll ruin my day. I might be able to retire if she does that. But she's going to have a lot of debt. I'm just
Be
saying.
safe,
You might not want to
heathen.
do that. Bye, heathen.
No, he said it's starting to rain there, lots of wind and
Oh.
lightning.
Well, that's what
Right.
I get for turning my damn chat off. I'm not talking to you guys no more.
Okay, I believe you.
Missy said a day off. What's that like?
Yeah, exactly.
It's heaven.
Missy. Yeah, what's that
I work
like?
3 days a week. I work 3 days a week at the job I get paid at.
God,
Then I bust
you
my ass at
suck!
home.
Damn it.
I do 12-hour shifts, though.
You know, I wouldn't mind that if I had a bunch of time off.
I
That'd be
love
cool.
it.
Right.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
exactly.
I just drink coffee for 3 days straight.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why are you
Coffee
blushing?
infused with bourbon, right?
Yeah, 12-hour shifts. I mean, for 3 days. Heck yeah. Where did we sign up at? Wow.
You have to be a CMT and come to where I work because we're needing help. You might need to
Me-
move to Missouri.
Me
So,
work with-
what
me
if
work
you're
with you.
not a CMP?
God, this is gonna be awesome.
Then you're not going to have 12-hour shifts unless you're a CMT or an LPN.
I still think they should take a friend to work day so I can go to work with you. And
You
run up
can
and
come
down
to
the
work with me, but you're going to be really embarrassed a few times.
Maybe.
Not by me, not by me, just by the fact that
Ah.
I'm taking care of other people.
Well,
Mm.
try sitting and tattooing for 12 hours a day. And then getting up and, going to a furniture job for 12 hours.
Bless her
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, that would be hard because you're like in one position basically for a long time. I can't do that.
Your eyes
Yeah,
be
my
bugging
back
out.
kills me.
Dude, even when I got my back done, I mean, I'd sit for 5 or 6 hours and that was too much. I'd be like, okay. She always told me I was done and I did not argue with her one time. I'm just like, okay, good, because I'm tired of sitting here.
Oh, awesome, Heathen and Missy. You're outside of New Orleans. Awesome. Yep. Mardi Gras.
Hell
Here we
yeah.
come.
We're our own Mardi Gras. Just it's not late enough yet.
Mardi Gras ain't that great. I've been there a few times.
Me
just a
too.
bunch
I
of
just take a
people.
dummy and watch it go on by.
It's just a bunch of people crammed into too little space.
Mm.
But yeah, for those that don't know, Missy is Heathen's wife.
Oh, I knew I recognized that name. She was on the other
Yeah.
night too. Okay. That's cool. Yay.
Heathen had walked outside and had us phone, so she couldn't hear what we was saying. So she subbed and come joined us.
There you go.
Okay, so I think I know who the other one was earlier, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of like you got it. We could figure it out as soon as you got there.
Yeah. Even I saw that and I'm like,
Night Widow. Love you. Be safe and blessings.
Good night, Miss
Hi,
Widow.
Good night,
What
Widow.
God, we already bored widows. They're
Good
leaving.
night, Derry.
Shit.
My thing with the one that we think that was earlier is if you are politely asked not to come back into a chat, don't come back in.
Why was there someone in chat earlier?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can
yeah.
talk backstage if you want to, Peach. I got
Go
some
for it.
But,
Go for it.
Can we get Hoot to drop Widow's link in the chat?
Yeah, because I didn't know
yes,
Widow had a
please.
channel.
Yeah. Hope, can you drop Widow?
Does artwork and poems and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Mhm.
I'll watch it.
Everybody go sub up. Make
But
sure
every
you
time
like
I
a
go over
video.
there, she's got like 1 like and 2 views, and I'm like, this ain't right, man.
Right?
Right.
Everybody share her out too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
comment on something, because sometimes when you sub to somebody and you get unsubbed,
Yep.
and you just got to
Yep.
comment on a video, or just just leave a comment somewhere.
Yep.
So you
Right.
get subbed. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing her thing, so I've been paying attention to people.
Right.
Nice.
Well, while we're on the subject, never mind. No. I'll save that for another day.
No,
Mm.
I read your
Intriguing.
mind. Nope, don't do it. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Thank you, Hoop. I appreciate you, honey.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. Damn, we've been here almost 3 hours, guys.
We've been busy gabbing.
Peach, really? We've been on for 6 before. 3
This
hours?
is fun.
That's kind of like amateur hour, really.
Yeah.
Right? We need to do one on like a weekend night. Do a long one. Yeah.
Oh, Slender, you have a bead collection.
No, I don't. Not at all.
That could go sideways, though, that
that could go
question.
so many places. Oh, good Lord.
Right?
Who is the stars person that's drinking? Who is this person? What is she saying? Stirring
I don't know.
stuff.
I like this Fawn and this Stars thing going on here.
Right?
Oh, you're saying if I was drinking, that would be epic. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you
Hey, we already know what it's like when she's drinking. And that was only 2 drinks. What the
I
hell?
thought you had 9
That was
minutes.
4
left.
drinks.
I had 4 drinks total in like an 8-hour span. I had 4 shots, so it doesn't really count because they weren't
So, like
together.
I said, like 2 drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all.
However-
I gotta bounce. I gotta get these meds passed.
All right. Love you, sister.
Love you,
I'll
Tiger.
still be listening. Y'all have a good night.
Mm.
Cheers.
Take care, Peter.
Ow.
Love everybody.
Love ya.
Love you.
Love you.
She's
Love you a
gonna
long
miss
time.
me more. She's gonna miss me more, just so you know.
Oh, dang.
Oh my gosh. See, we were totally fine, and then this whole thing started with the not being able to pronounce turtle correctly. And then somehow
Yeah, all I had was a question.
sneeze issues came in, and no one's been able to recover from that. Oh my goodness. And you're upside down, Mad Chat. It's really wonky. Like it
Really? Yeah.
turn your head enough to be upside down with you.
Yeah, I can't crank my neck that far.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But if you do try it, I want to see it live, GA. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'll do it. Y'all gonna miss me more, Tigger.
Right?
You're gonna miss me more. Who's Tiger? I don't even know. I already forgot.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
It's okay.
I am fun. That's how I sleep.
Right? He's hanging from his toes.
My toes, my finger, yeah, my toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still got the
damn.
axe in his hand.
Damn. Not even the feet, just the toenails.
Yeah, just the toenails. That's why you don't cut them.
Oh,
Right?
That and I can snatch salmon going upstream.
There you go. Oh my god.
No, I'm obsessed. I gotta cut my toenails. I gotta cut my nails. They gotta be as short as humanly possible. That's my thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always wearing. It's a flip flop life for me. You know, I love my flip flops. I wear my flip flops. I gotta have short. I don't even like my toenails. You know, they hurt when you kick stuff. I mean, they break. You know.
You think?
Well, I'm a kicker. I like to kick things. So take care of your feet. Take care of your feet. Take care of your feet. That's a number one rule.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
They get
Susanna,
where
you
you're
mighty
going.
quiet.
What was that?
You're mighty quiet.
Oh, I'm eating an Italian sub sandwich. Sorry.
God
Oh,
damn
okay.
it.
Either way.
I just ate. Now I'm hungry again. Thanks, Susanna.
Damn it.
I just making sure you okay.
I'm okay.
She got high on that gummy bear.
Yeah, spotted fine.
Right.
Spotted fine. Watch out for ingrown
Yeah,
toenails. I dig those out. I just dig them right out. I'm brutal on my toes. I really am. I get in there with a freaking knife and just cut them out. Chunk.
You
Right.
lie. You lie. You drag that thing down the street and file it like that, don't you?
Oh god.
Yeah, I walk barefoot and just file it off on the street.
Oh my god. For
Here's a
entertainment.
I always
Here's
thought
a fun
Beavis
fact.
and Butthead were the uterus.
Oh god. Fun fact: as a kid, I used to chew my toenails.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to talk about anything like they want to share? Anybody else want anything else they chewed on that we don't need to know about?
Well, when I was a kid, I never used toenail clippers.
Was
I
it none of
bit
y'all
my
at band
toenails
camp?
off.
I don't hear that.
What did you do? You didn't what?
I didn't
wasn't
use
none of y'all
toenail
at band
clippers.
Right? You
I
let
bit
them
them
grow?
off.
Oh, you bit them off. Yeah, you guys have been chewed. Okay, we're two toe biters.
Well, I mean, even with the 7-month-old, instead of using toenail clippers on his, we got his off.
Right.
You know, because his
Wait.
skin's so sensitive.
Wait, what? You bite off the baby's toenails?
Yeah,
What?
because we're scared to accidentally clip his skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of makes
No.
sense, but it's still kind of disturbing at the same time.
Well, I
That's-
mean,
that's-
you know,
That's grooming. That's like what monkeys do to each other. That's grooming. Picking bugs out of their hair, chewing on their toenails.
Oh, there it is. It's not chewing on toenails. It's monkey shining. There we go.
Monkey shining. Oh god.
Cowboy must be eating whipped cream right now or something. Where the hell do you go?
huh?
All I heard was whipped cream. I don't know.
The cowboy must be eating whipped cream. Where the hell do you go? He's thinking about it, right?
Right.
Not yet. I'm getting a beer.
I'm sure you are.
There he is.
Okay.
Uh,
Cars. There it is. There it is.
This is what you get. Look at the chat.
okay, that's
Robin Hood. This is not the OnlyFans channel.
Woo.
Robin Hood RN. Oh hell yes, you suck toes. You're an RN. We all know about you nurses. Oh shit.
What the hell?
It's totally inappropriate. Oh my goodness.
Totally inappropriate. Totally.
I mean, I'm trying to be serious.
Let's be serious here. Yes.
Okay. It's hard. You're still upside down. Okay. I can't.
You said hard.
I
No,
gotta
I didn't.
ask.
No, I didn't.
Mad Chat, I think Robin Hood wants to suck your toes over here.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, and it's a male nurse too.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That'll be $100, please.
That's all? That's it?
Hey, man, $100 is $100.
What the world?
Yeah, just enter the promo code into my OnlyFans page and I'll hook you up. Bros on toes.
Oh my gosh.
Folks, I'm just making it up as I go along.
Oh my gosh. I just want to know if Susanna's spitting that sandwich out as she's listening to that. She's got to be laughing. Oh my god.
I know
yeah.
she's thinking about everything that's like a little bit harder than a salami in there. And she's like, guys, is that a toenail? Makes you think sometimes.
Oh,
Lord of mercy.
God. Of course you
No,
are.
I'm thinking all right, but it ain't about what's being said.
Yeah,
All right.
it tastes salty apparently. But, you know.
I wouldn't know what toast tastes like, but that's myself personally.
It's salty.
Hold on,
What?
Peach. Hold on. Bullshit.
No,
Oh God. Well, that's just disgusting. I mean, I joke, but that's disgusting.
right?
I don't know. I don't know. That's okay.
Who? I need your expertise if you catch what I'm saying there. Or Fawn, one of you two.
Oh, Slender.
We just, as long as you don't go, what?
No.
No.
This is why I don't
No.
continue. I can't even finish the sentences in chat. They're inappropriate.
No. Just no.
And then I'm going to want definitions because I don't understand stuff. Sometimes you need someone to elaborate because
Fermunda,
Yeah.
inappropriate. Okay, that's done.
Yeah.
Oz, that's not appropriate. No, don't let them go there. Don't let them go there.
No, he's telling us not to go there.
Okay, yeah, don't go there. Okay, change the subject.
well, Robin Hood just did.
Oh,
Congratulations, Robin Hood.
Yeah,
No-
I'm
no
fixing
more
to
bread
go
for you.
ahead and- yeah. Yeah. That one's gone. I'm sorry. Gone.
Welcome to the Peach Pit.
Too far. Too much.
I'm sick and tired of trolls.
I was
And
going to
that's
do
what
that.
it was.
Peach is right up on it.
Well, there you go, Peach.
Especially when it's the same person that got blocked earlier.
Oh, there's history here.
Ah.
See, I don't know. I mean, a troll. I'll talk to a troll. I'll play off what the troll says and go with it.
Mhm.
But I don't know the history, so I apologize for interacting with them.
No, it's all right.
And that's what I told somebody else about you, Shad. Well, I was like, what the hell does he have to worry about? He makes everybody a mod. If we have a problem with it, well, the community will take care of it.
Yeah, everybody's got an act.
Yep, blocked.
Yeah. Sometimes it just happens. somebody comes in, they used to be blue, and they come in, they're not blue anymore, and they're like,
Some people can come in though, and they're not blue. You know, that's how.
That's true. That's true. And that's the great
They
thing about the
can
chat
be-
is they kind of have some discernment, because everybody kind of knows everybody, and then everybody kind of realizes when somebody's coming in new and innocent, and that's
Mhm.
fun. That's fun because they're like, oh God, what did I just walk into?
Well, I mean, like I said, the guy was asked the other night not to come back in chat because he had caused some issues, and he's politely asked not to come back, and now all of a sudden he's made 2 troll accounts tonight alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Busy little
Wow.
body. Yeah.
I see. Well, they're fun too.
Mhm.
But I understand this is your house.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure this out.
I mean, if it was a regular troll just coming in, but this one went after one of my friends, and yeah, Peach don't put up with that.
No, she doesn't. No.
You go to heckling at my friends that's on panel or in my chat, and you're done. I mean, the guy got his wrench took away and just asked not to come back. He didn't get blocked, but he's working on it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Bad Robin Hood. Bad Robin Hood.
Happy
Right.
Wednesday.
I like naturally, Peach, I, respect you for that because Native is the same way. He is just not going to put up with it. I'm done.
Right.
You're going to be a problem. You're going to create problems.
Susanna gave out too many snow cones the other day.
Oh, not with the snow cones.
One of them got the yellow one, and well,
Right. That was the one talking about yellow snow cones and brown snow cones.
Oh,
it is.
Only if it's lemon and root beer.
Right.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Keep telling us about that root beer. We didn't know about it.
It's good.
Oh, Slender.
Yeah. Auslander's awesome. I love our brothers and sisters from down under.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Auslander and Muzzle Flash and those guys are awesome. They're doing the things. They're keeping heads up high and trying to help who they can.
Mhm. Absolutely.
And I might add, well, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome, really?
Okay.
I'm waiting on Hoot to get on chat on a panel sometime.
Some people.
Every time you mention, "Hey Hoot, get on panel," Hoot disappears. So yeah.
Oh yeah, by all means, who get up
Yeah.
here? Wow.
Yeah.
Be time
Hoot is a hoot.
I'd love
You
to
and a
meet
few
Hoot.
others I know will never get on panel. Just saying. I love you, Hoot. I know you. I know you, and I know you won't.
Right.
And that's where I met you was Native's channel.
Mhm.
I mean,
Right. Every creator's got different. Everybody's got different rules in their chats, and everybody does different stuff with their wrenches. But if you've been in the community long enough, you can see what's inappropriate, what's not, and you should know better. I'm just saying, everybody, you know, we all go in different chats and like we say the same goofy stuff. In some chats, you can't do that. So you just have to
Right.
respect. I mean, that's just respect.
And you know, I love my mods. My mods, you know, pretty much know what I expect. And, you know, I let my mods have free range. You know, if they see something that they think's inappropriate, you know, by all means, do what you got to do.
Right.
Because sometimes when I'm up here on panel, I can't always, you know, get to what's going on in chat. You know,
Yeah, that's why I make everybody. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, I was finished.
You go ahead.
No, I heard Keith talking. Go ahead, Keith.
Oh,
No, you go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I was going to say most of Peach's chat ends up on the panel anyway. So, I mean, it looks
Right.
like 4 of us here, but if you leave them by themselves, they won't talk anymore. It's like they're stunned. You know what I mean? So, which it says there's 13 watching now, but I only see a few people. You know what I mean?
Right.
well, that's like it's
Or-
the number has went as high up as 19 tonight with the exact same people talking in chat.
Okay. Or, you know, you can go back to Peach's channel tomorrow. There'll be 180
Yeah.
something views on this thing.
When we get off of here, it'll be up there too, because you can't really tell who all comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that listen. I know a few people that listen. But,
Yeah.
You know, not saying names here, but there's
Right.
a few people that listen.
A lot of people like to watch. They don't want to participate. They just want to listen. They want to laugh and stuff. But give a thumbs up if you come in, because that's nice too. Just saying.
Right?
Or if not,
mean-
you know, put a thumbs down. Either way, it works. You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
Right. Either way. Exactly.
And you know, I noticed today, yeah, y'all heard me comment about it yesterday, or it might have been the night before. But anyway, I had a new subscriber pop up in my email, you know, that I had a new sub. Well, today I've had like 3 new subs. And I'm like, where's all these people coming from? Because it's people I've never heard of, you know, but I'm like, oh, wow.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm one of those, if I see somebody sub to me, you know, I'm going to go sub to their channel,
well,
you know.
you got 22 thumbs up. I just looked, and I have not interacted with 22 people here.
No.
Just saying.
No.
They're
There's a
hiding in
lot
the corner.
Right.
They're,
There's a-
they're in the.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, you come. I'm sorry. I was just going to say there's a lot of new people coming in the community. You got to remember that every day. We're all here all the time, but there's new people popping in every hour on the hour. And they're going to come across these channels, and, you know, more people are subscribing. So, just
Yeah.
sharing that. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've met some new people come in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Well, I gotta talk to him, but I think I got somebody that can come up on Peaches Live. Might bring her some joy. We'll see.
Awesome.
I gotta talk to him.
I'm speechless.
Okay.
It ain't who we were talking about earlier, is it?
No, I'm talking about Louise from G News.
Oh, awesome. That will be awesome.
So if I can see if I can get him up there.
Heck yeah. That dude knows his shit. I'm telling you, I watch his stuff every time he puts out a video.
Well, he knows that you shout him out too. So.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That I do. I mean, you know, I send his links, you know, to people I talk to on the daily and, you know, put them up in chat. And I thank you because I found him through you, you know.
Yeah. Well, Louise is good. He just
Yeah.
he does a lot of that Christian stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't think Chad will go this way. Or panel. Let's put it panel. Chad might, but panel might not.
Right.
But that'd be good. I'm gonna see if I can get him up there with you.
Different perspectives are always good and fun.
Guess what?
Your toenails are too long.
Guess what? Guess what?
Wait.
Chicken butt. Chicken butt.
Keith, I was just told that those two were not who we were thinking they were.
Oh, okay. Who was you told about that?
The person we thought.
Spotted Fawn. Is this now the time we can talk about Honey Bunch? Look, I Google. What do you want to talk about, Fawn? Fawn wants spotlight. Pretty obvious, okay? She wants to talk about afterbirth again. Okay, we all see that her little emoji is an inappropriate afterbirth picture. I already Googled if you could can afterbirth for her on live panel one night. So that was horrible. So I'm not real sure what she's wanting to talk about. But now's your spotlight on Honey Bunch.
Who wants to know if Cowboy is in the bathtub again?
Oh my gosh. What? Is that a thing? Shouldn't you warn people? What?
Yep, and he's got
Why
his
are you
hat and
people
boots on.
always talking about Cowboy being naked? You sick bastards! I tell you.
Oh, Fawn.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you see why I have problems with her? Do you see this?
Spotted Fawn, can we go on a date?
Hey, who doesn't want to save something and ride a cowboy?
Susanna, you're my sister.
Oh no. No.
But there are other cowboys out there.
Let me tell you something. There is not very many of us left.
Right.
That's for sure.
It's fine.
Seed spawning today.
It's wrong with you.
Fawn, I don't see the fucking problem here. I really feel that I'm good with it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Oh, that is
Oh,
awesome.
Slender.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all are killing me.
All right, Auslander, don't want to see those toes.
Now, wait a minute here. Fawn. Really? You brought up placenta, and now you hit us with no afterbirth eating here. Where's the fun?
Right, she just gave us the recipes.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
gave
get
us-
it.
Yeah, we just got a
Get
recipe.
away.
What?
Are you shitting me? Oh, my God.
Like I can hear the ninja in the background.
Mad Chad.
Oh,
These people have not been to Bangkok.
Yeah, right.
Everybody.
I've never been to Bangkok.
Business.
You've never been to Bangkok.
No.
I hear it's wild. That's all I'm going to say.
I've been to other places. Indonesia, all kinds of other places.
Yeah.
I went to Indonesia after the Marine Corps.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. See my archived video about Steve.
Okay. I'll have
Yeah.
to look that up.
A tale of international something. I forget. I think. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. My friend Steve. He went to. Yeah. There you go. My friend Steve went to Indonesia to get a guy and to get a guy and put him in custody. Yeah. Yep. It was a long time ago. But
Wow.
yeah.
Wild Tiger. Bangkok is too tame for us.
Oh, so I got a quack session in 40 minutes.
Oh, Keith. Keith, I'm trying to be nice here. You know, Keith, you just have to see the video. Let's just say, he did a very bad thing.
No.
Very, very bad thing. Keith.
Yeah. I'm seeing that too.
There's no cucumbers in Indonesia.
Oz, all you have to do is tell your
Yeah, they are.
Frank, I have awesome friends. Yes.
Right? Yeah, go in there and talk about all of us. See what
Ron, no.
What did she do now?
No, don't read it.
You told me not to read it. Like, look away, don't look.
Look away. Look away.
Oh, fine. Oh, honey bunch.
I like the boat to float. What the hell are y'all talking about?
Hey, who? In this day and age, you got to ask that question. You know, hey, which way you going here? You know,
Which team you bat for? Or are you a switch hitter?
I like how you put that, Peach. I like that. Yep.
Yeah, which aim you bat for? I don't understand that.
What?
You mean which bat you aim for?
Do you bat straight or do you bat at an angle?
What?
Peach,
That makes no sense.
I get it.
In the world of metaphors, that makes no sense. I'm trying. Folks. I'm trying.
You have to clarify.
Keith, cocks or hens?
Inappropriate.
What?
Cocks or hens?
He did a very, very bad thing.
Yeah.
I can't do his voice. I'm trying to remember his voice. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Susanna got what I meant.
Auslander, just get Huckleberry up there. He'll just shoot it. What? It doesn't matter. We'll just
Right.
get rid of it.
Gosh. Who wants to know who you're talking to, GA?
Oh God.
Nobody in particular. I was just throwing the comment out there. You know, occasionally I am random.
Or maybe
Not
some
that random, but I am random.
I
But
want to be
there may be
random.
people who like
I always
both
get
cocks and
called
hens.
out by
the same.
Fawn. I mean, damn.
Wait, Susanna, what'd you say?
I said there may be people who like both cocks and hens. I don't know, but cocks or hens.
Right?
Yeah, just blurt it out. What?
That would be a switch hitter.
Hee hee. Susanna said cock.
Right? Couple times. And I'm my ears are bleeding, but I'm okay. It's okay.
Like Beavis and Butthead
Well,
over
that
here.
is a male
Susanna
rooster,
said,
right?
fuck.
Oh yeah. If I
Well,
could
that
do
is
that voice, it would be
a
better.
male rooster, right?
Yes.
So it's like, you know, when I go to the store and there's roosters on the plate, and I'm like, oh, that's a handsome looking cock.
That's right.
I just spent 20 years in South Carolina, and you know they've got a football team called the Fighting Cocks.
Mm-hmm. fighting Gamecocks.
Well, and they always scream "Go Cox."
Right?
but are they glow in the dark?
The whole stadium is screaming "Go Cox! Go Cox!"
I'd have to have a sign that says totally inappropriate because nobody would hear me. That's awful. They do that on purpose just so people scream that.
No, Peach, put that back up there.
What?
Really? Put that back up there. Really, Fawn? Really?
See you later on.
Slender.
Oh, geez. Lightsabers are Princess Leia's.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Now we're talking.
Interesting. Lightsaber, they glow and they're like 12 feet long, totally normal, but okay.
If we're going to talk about football,
Bullshit. You're turned on, Stars.
What?
Red or blue? What do you want?
I like the gold ones.
Gold ones.
Oh my goodness.
Remember, folks, this Halloween, don't forget, make sure to check your candy before you give it out because you don't want to give the wrong candies out. If you have colored condoms, you don't want to accidentally give those out. Just saying.
I thought it was chewing gum.
That's right, Fawn. If you under 32, get the fuck out.
32.
So who's people's football teams? I know y'all gotta have some.
Local or college or state?
Hold on, Peach, hold on. I'll just get this out of the way. Prepper Cowboy is a Husker fan.
What's a
Husker in the NFL?
Nebraska.
We have a high school Cornhuskers here in Wheat Ridge.
Is that a shot at me, Susanna? Really?
I'm scared to answer the question. I think it's a trick question. I'm afraid to answer it.
For the NFL, we have the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm talking about NFL, and they're all like the Huskies.
Right?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
College.
I'm from Tennessee, so we got the Titans.
Yeah.
I like sweet corn.
You like sweet corn? What the fuck?
Oh, no. That's a dig at Cowboy right there. Yep. Fawn. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
The New Orleans Saints. That's true.
We know that.
I
Tigers,
just think
get the hell out of
it's
here.
fun. I just think it's fun when the New Orleans Saints show up to a football game and they still got their ankle bracelets on.
Do you know? Okay, we have the Broncos here. We have the Denver Broncos, but you want to? Do you all know who bought our team this year?
Who?
Oh,
it's a group of people. One of them is Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice. What?
Yeah.
Why is she buying football teams?
I don't know.
Suspect.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, college-wise, we have the Rams and the Buffs.
college-wise, we have the number one SEC team in the nation. The Georgia Bulldogs.
They don't do anything. Or no, Appalachians. Appalachian State, but
Right.
but our NFL team is the Panthers. Believe me, wow. But I pull for Kansas City Chiefs. I don't do all that stuff.
Hey, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Willow
I don't really do football.
I was such a diehard Steelers fan, and I live in Ohio, and I was such a diehard Steelers fan. And then I'm in Ohio, and I was a diehard Michigan fan. I didn't root for anything in Ohio. I was awful. I was a Michigan fan and a Steelers fan, but I haven't watched either one in just years. But there was a time, where I lived for that, like some of us used to.
Right. All right, guys, we can get that 3.5 hour mark. I know some of us have to get up early in the morning. I know I was just informed about an hour ago. I was going to have to be up about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
It's only
I wanna-
8:30 where the only time zone that matters.
It's 10:30 and the only time zone that matters in the Peach Pit, though.
oh yeah, I'm glad I'm not over at 8 o'clock. Good Lord, I've lived too long.
Right? But I love you guys. I want to thank all y'all for coming up tonight. And thank you, Tiger, for coming up as well. Guys, I have enjoyed this so much. And we will be doing Rabbit Hole Wednesday again next week, North versus South. And like I said, it's not what y'all think. So I will see y'all later.
All right, thank you, Peach.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Thank y'all.
Bye,
Thank you,
panel.
panel. Thank you, chat.